Welcome already, jumping in early. Robert, that makes you first. And we're gonna be doing some audio testing here for the first several minutes of the stream today. We're trying to hook up some improved ambient mics to see if we can make the sound for our Sunday game closer to how much we've improved the sound on our Tuesday and Wednesday shows. A little more challenging with a small room, lots of people, and music being pumped in and all that, but we'll see how it goes. You guys might have to bear with us on some painful audio for a little bit here. You'll be our beta testers today.
Gotta test it. Road mics, though, those are good. Jenny keeps saying that she refuses to make a backup character. I do wonder what character she would make if it came back.
Well, she has her next character she wants to play in whatever setting it is. The one that she made for one shot.
She's gonna play Daisy Bell?
She wants to play.
Yeah.
She wants to play.
I'm glad that the character she made like that. Well, it's funny because she told me that you guys talked about this, like why couldn't a quote-unquote southern accent exist without
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Thanks, Chris. We're still in early testing phases. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Lovelies. Oh, Amanda, I've got my little blue dragon right here.
Oh, where's mine?
It's up there. Same. I just brought mine. You can each.
You can get your own stuff.
Yes. It's here. It's the Neuroman. That's really.
Yeah, actively collapsing right.
And which one you got? The
Like,
black
it was
or
like,
the red? Shadow, all one word, capital R, capital S. Red.
She might not have cake with us. Capital R. Still read that he should get us next one.
Hey, good to see you, Patrick. Chris, good to see you as well. Thanks, everybody, for jumping in, and I'll mention this one or two more times so people understand what they're walking into, but it's definitely going to be audio improvement focused here as we get things started. We're testing some new mics. These would not even be our final mics. These are some demo mics that we have been graciously lent, and we're going to test to see if we can get the audio in here better. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome, Amanda. You've just been so generous. I cannot wait for the unboxing on Tuesday night. I see you in there. Very nice, very nice. Hey, welcome, Paul Stoneaxe, first time chatter. Welcome to the Mad Chatters. Blue Box here. It's a bit of an unusual start to our stream today. We run two styles of game here at Blue Box. We have one that's all remote, so all my players on Tuesday night are from all over the country and even from Canada. Then the one we run on Sunday, everybody is in the room, and so the audio needs are very different on each of those. And today we're taking a step forward on testing some new technology that might improve our audio quality on Sundays. So it'll be a little bit wonky here to start the show, and just please stay patient with us, and we'll be asking you for feedback in a bit, just not yet. We're still in the early stages of configuration.
Aren't they?
You have different types of songs you can choose to play based on the need.
Yep.
It's neat.
Because I haven't had to use them recently, but I have in the past with like the strings.
Well, they're different for Skull, right?
Well,
Like,
they're similar, but
you have
like
like counter song, distraction.
no, I don't have those. But like
Yours are more kind of.
yeah, but like I have like my
Hello,
songs,
Kayla.
sweets, and other
Thanks for jumping in. Looking forward to seeing what you're doing later today as well.
like,
your patience as well, players.
Down, Jen.
Oh no. Yeah. Just hanging out.
Just chilling.
I'll be sitting for a while.
Yeah, that's Did you say thank you for your patience, players?
I did. I got you guys just, you came here to play and now you're just sitting around watching us fiddle with audio tech, but we really couldn't do this testing without, you know, all the players in the room. Yeah, well, yeah, but even just that, because the bodies change the audios, so.
Yeah. Ready to go?
Yes, that's
Prepared?
what it was. Oh yes.
Chris, you're a software developer. You can't hate printers.
Although they are a big security risk.
Well, they can be.
Where'd you have that done at?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah,
you got
that's Chris
it
Carson,
done.
yeah.
Somebody painted.
No,
You
I
got
painted it.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea, Set Monkey. Find a baseball bat. It does help with bad printers.
Show.
Yeah, I think that you guys should definitely do that.
I would
I actually
love
picked
to.
up some stuff.
Did you
for
see the mini
Challenge.
guys?
No,
I actually picked up some stuff for my mini bases the other day.
The craziest part is how almost
Oh, yeah.
perfectly spiraled the stand
Almost.
staff cane.
Oh, why
Almost.
did they?
That's
John,
really
where'd you
nice.
put the-
Very
Wow.
difficult at that
Do you
scale.
remember when I posted
The
about
rat-
those buildings?
Yes, it is.
Where'd you put the
Yeah.
buildings I finished?
Oh, they're right out there.
painted
That's
some
a
buildings?
wicked looking mini
Thank
too.
you.
I really like
I'm
that.
gonna come out here.
It's a vampire rat prince. But your wife mentioned a painting show.
Yes.
If you ever do that, you just let me know and I'll make the time.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely be on that. We got a lot of great painters and terrain people. Hey Caesar, good to see you. Good afternoon to you as well, my friend.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out the PC audio.
Okay.
Just kind of mess with the sound.
All right.
If you can just talk as if, I guess keep on talking like.
Yeah. Do you want me to go ahead and mute the PC audio, or do you want to?
I can get it. In fact, if we can get Chandler in here, and maybe you guys can carry on a conversation like as it is
Sure.
planned.
Okay. All right. You got it. Hey Chandler. Hey Chandler.
Yes.
If you can come back in, he wants us to carry on a conversation
please,
for some
I'd be-
audio testing here.
I'd be happy to.
And let me mute this guy.
It works real good.
So, like, what the
Guys,
hell?
just leave it outside for about a week.
All right. So, Chandler, tell me about your week.
Well, it's been pretty good so far. I got a lot of work done in government contracting, which is just enthralling. I know the amount of paperwork that I did.
Oh,
it's
wow. Tell me more.
just, you know, a lot of I's dotted, a lot of T's crossed.
Wow.
It all comes in a day's work.
Sounds like a TPS.
Can I
moment
leave
or
now?
something.
Yeah.
Plenty of red tape added.
Oh yes, absolutely. Happy to be the bureaucrat in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, how's that sound?
You need one in every neighborhood.
Of course, I agree. I agree. If you aren't keeping track with paperwork, then did it
Then
really
what are you,
happen?
yeah, what are you even doing?
It's
Yeah.
true. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Chris said, "Sup, Joe."
That sounds like it.
Yeah, it does.
How's Chris? How you doing? Way out there in the beach.
Hey, thank you for that, Biggie Paw.
Except for Chris is like multiple hours away from the beach.
Yeah,
He's in South Carolina. I think he's like an hour and a half away from the beach or something. I mean, it's a lot closer than here.
Yeah, that is
Wow.
much closer.
The nearest beach to us is about 7 hours.
6.5, Pensacola.
Pensacola? Pensacola's only 6.5 hours.
How you been doing, Toriano?
But Gulf Shores is like 8.
Pensacola, I go to Pensacola.
And Pensacola's first direct route
Yeah.
to Pensacola on
Yeah.
interstates, whereas
There's
Gulf
lots of
Shores you
places
have to get off and just
Yeah.
take highways
Yeah.
at some point.
All the
and
little
those get a lot slower.
smaller roads.
6.5 hours
Yeah.
to Pensacola.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean that's a leap, a little bit of a leap
If I
away
leave
from.
here, I like to
Skipping
leave
a
early in
leap,
the morning.
skipping a
I
leap
get there
away from
before
Gulf
noon.
Shores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the
Yeah, if I
entire
go-
drive to Gulf
if I
Shores
go
without
long-
stopping.
I was gonna say,
You
if I
mad
go long
man.
drives like that, I like to like go as early
Yeah.
as possible.
Hey,
I
Tom,
like
good to
leave
see
early
you
and
as
I like to
well.
just not
Thanks for
stop.
jumping in.
Yeah.
Just get there.
Well, the Tesla.
Thank you for that,
Yeah,
Pat.
just
How far does it go?
3 hours?
about 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
300 miles.
Interstate
Mhm.
drive, yeah.
If it's
Not bad, but they
cold.
charge really quick.
I'm
right?
gonna switch
Yeah, if you
over
find the
to
supercharger,
video
it takes
here
about
real
20,
quick.
30 minutes.
That's
Jen?
not bad.
Not
And I'm
full
gonna have
charge.
you help me focus the camera here in just a second.
Super.
Yeah, that's a fuel charge.
Super.
All right, so
That's
hang
a
on.
full charge.
It goes to a full charge in 20 minutes.
If you get a quick one.
Yeah, the super.
All right, so
Pure energy.
Pure.
Pure energy.
No.
keep going.
Wait, go which way?
Just go away. I haven't
Musk
really
is
seen
the
it. Oh no, you're zooming. So come
Unlimited.
out. Yeah. Zoom out.
Instead of
All right, that's good. Now,
Oh, fuck.
no, actually come in a little bit because now we're gonna check the
Exactly.
microphone stand. Oh, actually,
turns into an ad for a
move it.
for an
Move it
energy
this
drink.
way.
It's 5 hours.
And then we're gonna focus.
That's it.
No, wrong way. Sorry.
Unlimited.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Now focus.
Drink 5-hour energy.
All the power. None of the
Mason
crash.
just
Long way.
flying backwards.
Yeah.
Just touch
Hand
more.
cut off.
Right. Maybe back the other way. Right there.
What
Good.
do you
Thank you.
think of the new-
All right, hello everybody. It's
like
going to
it.
be a little bit of a
It's very
wonky start
shadowy.
today, as I mentioned to those that were in really early. We're doing some audio testing today, trying to get some new equipment in here to improve the quality of the sound on our Sunday streams. So, we've already upgraded our Tuesday night show and our Wednesday show, but that's a lot easier because everybody is remote, so it's really me just controlling what's happening in this room with my voice. But we've noticed, rewatching our streams, that sometimes it sounds a little bit thready. The player voices sometimes overlap with one another, and the balancing is not exactly the way we want it. So we're testing some demo equipment today with my good friend Joe D'Arcangelo, and he's helping me run some tests to start off the stream. We needed to do it with everybody in the room so we have the proper acoustics. So once we get it kind of close, we'll go ahead and have all the players take their normal seats. We'll do some dial-in. This could take a little bit today, so we will play D&D, but it might be several minutes before we're up and running live with the campaign. But I appreciate you guys being with us today, and we'll chat with you, and the players will chat with you as well. And so if I could ask players, we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave the cams live.
But they're a little wonky.
Yeah, we'll get, there you go. Look at that good looking guy. And then there's Thomas.
Oh, Kim.
Oh,
It's alright, I'll leave.
Teasing. Anyone here?
Why'd you ask me to come on if it weren't for my dashing?
Oh, yeah, there was no
He's-
other
he's
reason.
everybody.
That's it. Hey, long shot. Good to see you, Greg.
It's your keen understanding of the arcane.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thomas Roberts. Keen arcane caster.
That's true. That's true.
Thank you, Pat. We appreciate the subs. And so, players, you can go ahead and watch the chat. And while we're fiddling around here, you guys can interact with the audience, and that will give Joe a chance to hear what's going on in the room, too.
Phantom wasn't here last time when I announced what 2 spells I took, and I'm still wondering, because he made up spells for the guesses that he thought I grabbed. But I'm curious.
Contingency and.
No! Don't give him away! What's the other one? Do you remember?
Jen, we're
Wait,
still
wait.
off on focus. I don't know if it got bumped or other way.
Phantom, great DM.
Keep going.
Great
No,
DM.
other way. Yeah, he really is.
Happy to be a part of his
Little more.
That
Little
went
more.
well.
I think it did. I'm so happy to meet Kristen.
He didn't hear what you said.
NPC voices.
And then can you tilt the whole camera down like this way just a bit?
Also,
Josh.
Eamon. Yeah.
Josh, NPC voice.
Definitely enjoyed your character.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh,
I wanted to do
Chris?
something very,
No more?
very, very different.
not.
I'll tell you.
I wanted to
That'll
show
work
the
on.
breadth.
That's good. Thank you.
I haven't
I'll
even
tell
gotten
you-
the chance to.
I'll tell you
to
who
watch.
your number 1 fan is for Nucky.
Who is?
Wait,
My
his name was
10-year-old
Nucky?
daughter.
Oh, nice.
Oh
So,
yeah,
she-
she wants
she-
to see more of Nucky.
Hey, if Markov ever dies.
Lucky's coming in. But that's so fun.
Well, I didn't get to see it. Tell me who this Nucky is.
Oh,
Thank
he's
you,
a
awesome.
he's a bard,
Yeah.
a halfling bard, wears ostentatious clothing, has a dad bod as opposed
Great.
to the paunch that a hobbit should have, or halfling.
I always heard that dad bod is much more attractive to
That's
the right people.
apparently it works well with humans, not so much with other halflings. And there's nobody that he can't charm the
Pants
light,
off of?
no, the lights out of. 'Cause
Ah.
he's too innocent.
Ah.
He's far too innocent.
So he'll just make them pass out.
Yeah, he's not particularly good at instruments either. That's the part
Just
of
talks.
it. Yeah, he just talks. It's,
He's just really charming because he's so cute.
yeah, well, the whole idea is he doesn't know how he gets his money. Some days he just wakes up and he his pockets.
He did have trouble charming Drax. That is true, Chris.
Hey Pat, when you say
Drax
there's
is hilarious.
no sound from me at times, or do you mean me, John, or me, the whole Blue Box channel, no sound sometimes?
I've got you muted, by the way, John.
Oh, that would be why.
That's why.
Well, which?
Your lapel mic. I have.
Oh, I'm not using that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to project audio to these guys.
Whatever's coming through on channel 7.
You specifically. Is
Yeah,
what
I already
Pat
had
said.
that muted.
Is 7
That
that
would-
mic over there?
Yeah, that's this mic, and I muted that.
Okay.
Great.
It's great to play
So
with
I
Chris,
assume
though.
I'd be picked
Yeah.
up by the.
Great to
Yeah,
play with
part
your
of the two
your
mics
old
that
seatmate.
The person
So,
that I have the
Pat just said
the
sometimes
honor
my
replacement.
voice was dropping
You are
out.
the
even though
replacement.
they were hearing
Yes, the
me.
person I
Pat
have
said
the
everyone
honor
now
for
seems faint and distant.
Oh, well, I was muting and unmuting
Emotionally,
your
or-
SM7B. I wasn't sure what that was. I thought you actually.
Oh,
had
just
a
you said
mic
faint
on,
and
so-
distant. I said emotional.
That was
Your
emotional.
audio.
Right, but I'm not using
But-
SM.
No, your audio is
Yeah,
coming in clear. It's just
I
everybody
didn't
doesn't
realize
seem like they're
which
putting in the
mic
heart
it was.
today.
Okay.
I thought you did have a lapel mic, and I thought.
Oh.
that's
I'm
what
ready.
that
I'm
was.
ready.
Oh, I see.
I'm ready to go.
That's my bad.
Come on.
Uh,
What is the
I'm
audio?
gonna some stuff.
Robert said my voice level is pretty
Trying
much
to remember the sound
background
music
noise,
for
as you
Lucky
mean
Doe.
my voice, which is
Oh.
not normally
Doe.
how that works.
Doe.
So
A female
Um,
deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Hey,
Are y'all,
Just test
are y'all
the mics
using
with that.
lapels today?
I was planning on using
Ready
this. We
for
could use the
Lucky
lapels.
Doe?
Should we use them in addition to, or?
No, I'm gonna. I'm pretty much done with this. I don't
Okay.
think these are gonna work.
Oh, they're not.
It's
Okay.
not giving us enough isolation. It's picking up that pattern. I'm
Right,
sorry,
right.
It's just too wide.
Too wide.
And even then, without room correction, like acoustic.
Right.
I think we're probably gonna have to go with either a lapel or a hand, like a headset type mic.
Right.
Any power
I was hoping I could get some better separation, but I just can't. And these mics aren't really made for that either.
Sure. Okay.
So
No
and
punch to
I
it.
still think that with this room being tight, I don't think even that hyper cardioid that I
Right.
is even gonna do either.
Yeah, I mean it is a challenge. There's no doubt. So okay, all right, well great. So all the
It's a good
mics
test.
are out there. All the batteries are plugged in. If you guys can grab those, we'll switch to those. And we're gonna be live here in just a couple of minutes.
Oh, please.
So
Well,
what I
I'm
can
just
do,
trying to
John,
figure, do I
is,
need to go help her grab mics?
I can stick
How
around.
about
I
you
can lay
set the
chairs down right now while they're getting.
Well,
Yeah.
He's still down
want
there. I don't
them
want
to
to
sit
shoot.
down.
You're right.
I mean, we
Yeah.
like, you
Before I
know,
leave.
That'd be
having
great, yeah,
an audio
maybe we
guy
can
around
even
is
improve these
great,
just a
but
bit. That'd
maybe
be great.
trapping him here is
Yeah,
not
that's
ideal.
Get all the work we can.
This is my beautiful knit dragon from Manda, mystical unicorn.
Thank you.
Manda sent me this
for you.
along with,
Thank
of
you.
course, the
You got two for
incredible giveaway that was won by Robert for our charity stream.
Thank you.
Theater groups should be involved with here.
I've worked out on staff with the National Repertory Theater for 8 years.
Who's 3?
Okay, I'm going back to my
I think he's three.
my mic over here for just a second so I can keep everybody updated. Yes,
That's John.
absolutely.
We did in Sharpie, I think.
Yeah, Pat, we're pulling the plug on this audio experiment. We tested with these mics and we don't like what we're getting from them, so we're gonna hook back up with our lapel mics so we can get on with the stream, and we'll try Plan B.
The Scottish play with them.
We just can't get the levels out of these that we're trying to get.
Theater.
On the
Here.
on the mic, you turn the
I've learned
fan power on.
you've got to hit a golden window for auditions.
Yes.
Because
It's
they
Nine.
they come
There's
and
nine.
go.
springtime.
Mhm.
For like the professional theaters, they usually do them in the springtime
it's off.
because of equity audition requirements.
Always try to give it 10 seconds.
The community theaters, they
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there's a capacitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your patience, amazing viewers.
And if you can go ahead and do both these mics 9 and 10.
Bravo Burrow, which is what cares.
I labeled
Two of
them.
them are
There's
right.
Yeah, I see.
Kenny
Five.
has the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do a lot of
57.
like action scenes and stuff like that.
Okay, those are both muted. All right, so I'm back to my lapel mic now, and you should be able to hear me okay. We'll have the lapels hooked up for all the other players, and we'll be off and running here in a matter of moments.
Literally never done theater in my whole life.
Really?
You like it.
I bet I would. It's just I say in front of an audience, but this is in front of an audience.
I'm not
So,
sure.
like,
I'm not sure basics included a camera and a mic at all, William. I think just graph paper. That was true basics.
I like this because it's improv.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite part.
Yeah. I mean, it's improv to a point, right? Like, you do come prepped
Why were
with,
you gonna try
at the very least, what happened last time and the
Yeah,
character.
but I mean, like,
Better
you
audio.
have
We're trying to
the
improve
same
the
kind of-
audio.
Like when you're doing improv.
Well, yeah, I guess it's
you
not
know, you
true,
have
pure
a-
improv.
Because it's
You have a-
when you listen on
Some
this
sort-
stream,
some
it's
sort of
kind of
starter.
Well, I
tuning,
don't know,
canceling.
like these would be better than that.
There's
like
just
improv.
different. These are pretty good cardioid mics, but
So these
it
two
just
different
Yes.
types of
wasn't
patterns.
working.
Well, not necessarily patterns, but the one is they're both cardioid pickup pattern, but the one of them is a dynamic, one's a condenser. One's more sensitive than the other. But I just wanted to hear what they both sound like, and I just don't think that any of I think we're gonna, with this room being so small and having so many people,
It's difficult. Yeah.
in order to get a control over each person's volume, without it just being a community microphone,
Yeah.
it could be really difficult. So
Yeah, makes
we
sense.
could go with an omnidirectional mic, which would pick up 360
Everybody.
degrees, but you know, if you have one person's voice really loud, another person really soft, then you can't control it. You have literally one
I wonder who that might be.
It's like me and Kane. That's it.
Opposite ends of the.
We've never figured it
Unless Irida gets angry.
Yeah, and then she gets mad. I don't know.
So batteries that are spent, where do I put those?
Oh, did yours already have batteries in it?
Yes. I'll put the fresh ones in.
Oh, all right. I'll take
Gotta
them.
be careful.
I didn't even know it already had batteries in
I'm double prepared.
it.
Just one more moment. We're clearing back out so we can get our other players seated. I'm assuming you guys are hearing me okay now. Audio levels probably sound, like they typically do on Sunday, I would think.
I'd hope it hasn't
Okay,
suddenly
great.
changed.
Thank you, Pat.
Huh? Okay.
It's related to the thing.
Alright.
Don't rush yourself, Joe. You're fine.
No, that's all good.
There's only a few hundred people watching you right now.
It's not that many. I was like, there's that many. What?
Sean and
A
Alcott's
percentage
mics
of
are
a
on.
few hundred.
Yes, mine's on.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah, you're
Oh, because I've not turned it on yet.
yeah.
Ah, the batteries you had are dead.
Or did you put them in right?
They were left
I
in.
could have put them in wrong.
That
I didn't.
seems the most likely response because all of them were warm, so they should at least be mildly
They were
charged.
warm. Unlimited power.
Unlimited.
Let me try this one more time. Ah, you see, I just put them in and didn't look.
See that? We'll do
Batteries
it.
usually have specific directions they
Yeah.
have to go in.
Yeah.
Strange how they do that. I
Yeah.
just-
You say that, but it is actually strange how they do that. Like, physics-wise.
Polarity?
Yeah, but no, sure, but why is there polarity? Like, why
Well,
does
now
that?
you're
Why is that a
getting into
requirement?
Theoretical physics there.
I know, but like when you think about like we can give a really easy answer to physics that is just how it is.
Yeah.
But like, why is that how it is? Like, why did it have to be that way? Why couldn't we have 3 poles or like no poles? It's I get entertained by that stuff. It's just, that's me.
All right.
Get
Oh,
answers
good to see you,
too.
Jester.
Oh, that's a fun
I
one.
love the ship of Theseus.
I'm too afraid of water to get on though.
All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to talk about our sponsors for just a minute here while we're getting this wrapped up. I want to say thank you to Troll Games. Troll Games
I can
helped us
help
with
you to
some
do.
discount gift cards on our last stream. And Chuck and Steven, really, really good guys. We appreciate them a lot. And check out their site, trolllordgames.com. And they have all kinds of stuff. They got free PDFs. That's Thomas's head. Yep, there it is. Looks good. Yeah, we're gonna do a mic check sound off for everyone. I can see their levels too, Pat, so I know who's on and who's off. And also, we're gonna continue to do some tweaking on the old setup here while we're going.
Absolutely.
So you may hear the audio improve just a bit as we get going.
Where do you get buildings like these?
Yeah, these are Miniature Building Authority. Not a sponsor, but a really good dude, and he's actually got a new Kickstarter that's just kicking off right now with some medieval European style buildings.
Kickstarter's kicking off.
And let me guess,
So much kicking going on.
Are they pre-painted or they come?
Yeah, they come like this.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, that was kind of my requisite.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
It's a lot of square footage
Yeah.
to paint.
Got an airbrush.
But it is very.
Oh, okay. Robert said their Kickstarter is almost done. So if you want to check out some cool stuff, Miniature Building Authority, their Kickstarter with some new European style, ancient, or medieval style buildings, is still up, but not much longer, I think.
While we're talking about Kickstarters, Roller Teams is currently doing Kickstarter as well, if you remember.
Yes, yes.
See this building right
You
here?
have your mic on?
I swear there's a building with this style
Okay.
of support on I-40 to Knoxville.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
My wife and I pointed out every single time.
It's so weird.
It looks just like that building. There's this weird building that's just literally like maybe a
100 feet.
couple of yards off of the interstate.
Huh.
And it looks almost exactly like it's supported off of the ground on stilts.
It's a beach house.
But it's in the middle of like
Jester, did you
East
message?
Tennessee.
Did you message
no
John in
reason to be on
Discord?
stilts, but we pointed out every single time because we love going to the beach. Beach houses.
Okay, yeah. Hey, so Jester, you
So funny
you
that
won
you
the
pointed that out.
Steam card, correct? Right. Okay. So for the Steam card, all I need you to do is in my Discord, go ahead and message Mad Wizard 78. That's Don. Don of Tales Tavern is the one that gave that to us for the charity stream. And I actually reached out to him yesterday because I didn't know if you guys had already connected. And he said that you hadn't, and he just needed your Discord. So if you'll jump in there and, oh, you did? Okay, well then we should be all set.
Fabulous.
We should be all set. I'll follow up with him, but
Thanks for putting the link in there as well, Wick.
Gotta say,
great, thank you.
The mustache, the shaved look, I look way cleaner.
Chandler's like, man, I look good.
Oh, I look cleaner with my beard. I looked a little grungy, in my personal opinion.
It needs to come in nice and full, and I want to get like my dad beard, like big.
You need to get it braided.
Get a wizard beard.
Wizard beard.
Get the dwarven
Yeah, just
what are
a
they
knot
called?
tied in it.
Well, what are they called? They have like little metal pieces that you put in the
Beard rings.
Beard rings. That's what they call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a matter of time, Thomas.
My D&D character has them. Thornton.
All right, so sponsors, let's keep going while we're getting set up. Let's see.
I've been doing Mantic.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Wonderful. Guys, look at all this wonderful terrain. Look at all these little splash trains. Well,
is Mantic.
that's Mantic. Even better. It lines up perfectly. Mantic sells terrain in a crate. Is that what it's
Terrain
called?
crate?
Terrain crate. I forget the name, but yes, terrain crate. Wonderful splash train that really helps set a scene in a D&D environment, or if you play skirmish games or war games. I'm telling you, it really makes a difference. Not only do they do that, they have Kings of War, Warpath, Dead Zone, all these amazing games. I myself am getting geared up to play an event at NashCon for Kings of War, so I personally love their games and would recommend it. Check them out. Mantic.com.
Very nice. Well done. Why don't you take Mike Disney?
Where's his picture?
You can.
Oh, I have it.
You don't need a
Never mind.
visual aid.
Huzzah! Good people of the Twitterverse.
That is horizontal.
It's worth You all have heard of Disney, and we all love Disney. But you know who we love more? Mike Disney. That is, Mike Disney is one of our favorite creators, and he has created the Overlord. And now you can get one of these anytime you're on. Well, not anytime. Take that back. When you get on screen, but follow Mike Disney at. What's his screen name?
Well, no, all the
He's at the Art of Mike Disney
Yeah.
on Instagram, and his channel on Twitch is also the Art of Mike Disney.
Make sure you follow him. Good people.
Yarr.
Your
Arr!
art and stuff.
Art!
Did you call it Overlord? I
Overgore.
thought so. Yeah. So no, she got it right, Pat.
He might
He
as well
said
be
Overlord, not
Michelangelo.
Overlord.
Disney.
Are you hearing?
All right. Let's see.
Dice?
I'll let you do Cozy Gamer.
Do you guys like dice?
OMG.
You're
Dice.
watching a D&D stream, so I'd hope you know what dice at least are. Well, if you want some good ones, some pretty ones, some shiny math rocks, you should check out Cozy Gamer Dice.
You should.
They're fantastic. They come in all sorts of colors. They're all I was going to say shapes, but they're all the same shapes. I'd hope that the shapes don't change. But the colors, they change, and they're great. They're like filled with fun, random
These are Cozy Gamer Dice.
things.
This is a cozy
Does this
gamer.
one have
Shocking dice. Of course you do
Leaves?
dice.
Oh, it looks like it's a little like Hobby Lobby like
They're
shiny
little
leaves.
leaves.
It looks like it's like fall. That's fun. There's so many dice.
Yeah, they
Cozy
are.
gamer.
They're really cool
Check it out.
dice.
Well, I
Thank
got
you so
Cozy
much.
Gamer.
All right,
That's fun.
Frederica draws. Frederica Valova is an incredible artist. She's also on Instagram under Frederica Draws.
Yes, check out
and
Instagram. Oh my
she puts stuff out regularly that is just her own. We'll call them doodlings, which are essentially what I could not aspire to if I dedicated a lifetime to painting or drawing one picture. All the artwork that you see here on Blue Box, that is our custom character artwork, is from Frederica, and she's amazing. Now, unfortunately, she is booked up and she's not going to be taking any more commissions. So we're really just shouting her out now to support her and say thank you, but she won't be in a position to take any additional commissions for quite some time. All right, and then
Keep her busy.
The paradox of the great artist.
Fabrication.
Ferox Fabrication. Go ahead. Why don't you take that one?
All right,
Evelyn?
so Ferox Fabrication is incredible. It's actually a one-man band, but the one man being Darren. He makes all sorts of amazing equipment for mini painting. He makes wet palettes. He makes his infinity box that has the place for your brushes as well as the wet palette on the bottom. He makes holders for your minis while you're painting, so you don't get paint all over your fingers. He also makes custom DM screens and coasters and all sorts of other cool woodworking stuff. Darren is incredible. Go check out Ferox Fabrication and get yourself something fun.
It's more like a one-man orchestra.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. And thank you so much, Speaking Beast, 5 gift subs.
Woo!
And we're not even doing anything entertaining.
No.
But we appreciate that very much.
We entertained by just being here.
My dashing good.
That's exactly what it is.
That's true.
I did have somebody tell me I was too harsh on you earlier, Thomas. I
Good.
was just
They
teasing.
should have. It's very mean of you.
Oh, I hurt his feelers.
Disadvantage to DM.
Yes.
Well, maybe less than
Alcott
Amanda.
needs lots of advantages, and the DM needs lots of
It's
disadvantages.
true. And it's only so many bits to do it, too. It's just, I'm waiting for
We just
somebody.
sell out for characters.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, thank you to all of you. Thank you again to Amanda, Mystical Unicorn, for my cool knit blue dragon. And also, I've got a huge box upstairs. I don't know what's in it, and I'm not allowed to open it until
Not till
Tuesday's
Tuesday.
stream. So there'll be an unboxing of something from Amanda, Mystical Unicorn.
There's a
And
reason.
it's just been so generous to the channel. Like many in the community, we have such great people here that help us, and we appreciate it a lot. All right, let's get down to some gaming, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
And so let's do a
That's where my brain went to. So.
let's do a real quick what happened last time, and then we'll do player introductions. So tell us what happened last time.
So last time we started off at Von Frost after, well, a lot of shenanigans had gone down. Let's get it straight. Dragon had been defeated, and the party was trying to go through some cleanup and just kind of helping these poor people who have time and time again been attacked by the forces of evil and darkness. Cade was demanding to have his taste buds readjusted, but Samurai did not take kindly to that, and in fact told him that unless he could talk to her in a way that was respectful to her, she wasn't going to have any more of it.
The gods must be crazy.
Reasonable opinion from a goddess, I think.
I think so.
So Cade's now in the market for a new deity. Let's see. There was a lot of scrying that went on.
Deity
We checked.
You scried, I attempted to scry.
We checked on Sully to see how he was faring, and apparently he's throwing parties in Cade's absence on the ship. You know,
Shocking.
like pirates are wont to do. Let's see.
Thank you, Pat.
Alcott attempted to scry on
Mad
the
Boy.
mystery man in Magnamar, but that did not go well. It was just too unfamiliar with the top subject. Though he did find something interesting when looking at the telescope.
Yes, I saw what
Or the
Alcott at
spyglass.
least assumes. I'm gonna remember it
spires.
off the top of my head. I'm not even gonna have to look at my note sheet. I'm gonna look at my note sheet. Jorgen Heist looks
Jorgen
like
Heist, yes.
that's what he assumes at least.
Maybe.
Some sort of like castle that spired into the sky, taller than he could ever see.
Yes. And time went tick, tick, tick as we were really, really not getting on the ball. Cade kind of creeped on a young woman for a little
good
bit.
reason.
Trying to actually get Irda's brother Tyvith a maid or nurse in the midst of his healing process while the party is away. Markov learned very quickly how much Irda cares about the people in the Fort von Frost. She made it very explicitly clear that she wasn't there just for fun. And then, let's see what else happened.
We were like on the cusp of leaving.
Yeah, we were right about to leave. We had talked to Shreve. We caught him up on more information. Irda checked in about to see how many people still had the tattoos. We broke the dragon part. We broke it down into its, and brought some stuff back with us and left the rest with Shreve to sell as they needed, with setting some aside for Alcott, but the rest for the what was continuing on at the fort. And that's basically what happened last time.
Great. Very good. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go around. Let's do quick character introductions. We'll save socials and other things for the break. Let's just do your character intro. So tell us about your character, class, level, race, and then anything else that you'd like us to know. And we're going to start with you, Alcott.
Alcott Devereaux, wizard extraordinaire, recently level 11, human, in case you weren't aware, along with the majority of the party. Really weak. I don't know, that's just kind of, I was just looking at my stats. I'm like, wow, there's an 8 there in strength.
More of a
That's not
statement
good.
of fact.
But really smart. Working with some new spells. Excited to hopefully cast them today.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Irda.
Hello everyone, I am Irda Landrill. I am an SMR, the one non-human in this group. And I am a level 8 Scald, level 3 Paladin of Sarenrae. Getting pretty close to level 4 Paladin, I'm hoping soon. I have made sure that my brother is in good hands while he is healing. I did also did a little bit of restoration on him after we had a long conversation last week about various things, discovered some stuff from my best, things like that. So just getting ready to help the rest of my friends pay the debts that their either families or themselves owe to various individuals.
Nicely done. Let's go to Markov.
Oh, hey, didn't notice you there. Yes. Yes, Markov is a human inquisitor, level 10 now, after slaying the dragon, and has been doing his best to provide sound advice to a otherwise beleaguered group of heroes, and also discerning certain truths that have been held as truth up until recently. Some people within the party may or may not be as honest as we thought they were.
And how would you know that?
I have my ways.
He seems very perceptive, for one thing.
But that aside, looking forward to going back to Magnamar. Being a priest at the Temple of Iomade, perhaps I can scrounge the city for this relic that the heroes need.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Cade.
Huzzah!
Cade is on.
All ye landlubbers in the Sea of Twitch, how ye be? So, here's how it went down. I killed a dragon. I did.
You missed the dragon by a mile.
Got that done.
I did a flying leap off a building to save me people.
Gracefully landed. Of his own accord.
Totally planned it, though.
Then checked up on the pickle pirate. It's going quite well. Procured help from a lovely looking young lady for...
Remember her name?
It's been a couple weeks.
Alas.
She's breathtaking.
She had 2 arms, I remember that.
For now.
Her father died in the flood. Her mother died by the dragon. Her brother died.
Her brother died in her arms,
under the
and I took
dragon.
the brother out. Where did I write her name down?
And her brother's name was Sam.
I think it's very telling.
Well, she was good looking. I just forgot her name.
That's very Cade.
I am I've come to the realization that deities are too demanding. So I need to find, I'm on a deity hunt to help me accept me for who I am. And there we go.
All right. And with that, we'll get into it. And if you're just joining us, we are obviously 35 minutes into the show and just finishing character introductions. We have not been slovenly or slothly or slothy or slothful.
Any of them.
We have just been doing some audio testing here today, trying to try some new technologies. We're doing still some tweaking during show, so we're going to get started. So you do finish all of your final preparations. We're going to pick up as you complete your teleport to Magnamar. I'm going to have you make that roll for me.
Why don't I?
Assuming that we're not just obliterating the party into the abyss at the beginning of the show.
Well, don't say such things out loud.
I mean, I have a backup
Well,
character
it's actually
for this one, so...
because I'm so familiar with it, it's not possible for me to have
backups.
But might end up
Are you challenging me?
in a different.
Oh, don't challenge me.
I never create backups.
I mean, if
just
I'm not
threaten.
very familiar with this place, I don't know what I am.
All right, go ahead. And so you familiar.
Nervous now.
You feel the power of Alcott's arcane spellcasting.
It's good.
Was it
As
What
you
dice were you rolling with
concentrate,
there,
suddenly
young
you all
man?
have that familiar disorientation, swirling of lights. Your stomach, it's like a lurch all of a sudden, like you come off the edge of a cliff.
Alcott's feeling it really hard. I rolled a 91, which is 6 away from something that could have been on target, but still.
Okay, yeah. All right.
91 on the dice.
Alcott seems to get a little bit distracted by something in the midst of the spell casting,
Never good.
and you do wind up where you want to be, but you also wind up dropped from about 6 feet high.
A bit too high.
Boom! And you slam onto cobblestone streets. Good.
Do I want to, as a reaction, cast Featherfall? Probably not. No, it's fine. All right, I'll just.
Yeah, you don't take damage. It's just it's none too comfortable, and all of you are jostled quite heavily as you hit the ground.
Yeah, we're right outside the zone of the seer.
Yeah, you actually put yourself about 200 yards. You can see the stone of the seer. You're in sort of the central palisade area. Fountains. You see people as you drop from the sky and clatter. You're startling several of the townsfolk. Teleportations in the middle of the city are not common, but you are in the city of Magnamar, and of course, no matter how many times you're there, it cannot help but take your breath away. The city of monuments, with its sweeping architecture, the Ire span in all of its ancient magnificence, jutting out into the ocean, and then breaking off as part of its multi-thousand-year vigil. You see off in the distance the Founder's Honor, the huge obelisk dedicated to the founder of Magnamar, Alcadian the Paladin, and he stands in silent vigil, leaning over the city.
Alcott, should I imagine to drop from a higher distance next time, or what?
It's all right. We could have landed on the other side of the planet, so be happy we're here.
It's the reason.
Well,
Unpredictable.
it got us here, didn't it?
This time, yes, it did.
Shall we?
Go ahead.
We have matters to attend. Ida, to the
Yes.
stone.
Yes.
Huzzah.
Control yourself.
Don't I always?
Anyways, I will guide them.
But apparently that bears no response, huh?
No.
All right, so as you walk, hang on here, let me find my...
As we walk, I'm gonna walk by a little tent of people.
Okay.
Before I left, I talked to Bresden, and he and I, because we ended the last stream with him. I wanted to get a little keepsake from him of some sort. I want to trade daggers. I want to offer to trade daggers with Bresden.
Oh yeah, you would have had time to do that, and he would have agreed.
I will
so.
then grab his dagger, and holding it in my hand, I don't think it's that level of spell. I will, organized all of this, and now I can't find my spells. I will say, Commutatus idem, and I will pass both of my hands over each other and then hold them like this and then wave my hand over my face, and now I look like President. Casting Alter Self so that Alcott Devereaux is not hearing that.
Okay. You see this as he wipes his hand in front of his face. Suddenly his visage, his garments, everything. No longer do you see the haughty but quite handsome Alcott Devereaux. Now you see the plain-faced, blunt-visaged, and loyal-looking Bresden.
Hi. I'm going for a bit of a deeper voice.
What are you doing? Alcott.
Alcott Devereaux is not here.
What is your name, sir?
Bresden.
Lucky
Why?
Because Alcott has a debt of 150,000 gold pieces with a bad organization.
I like the way you think. I'll have to come to you for that when I get myself into trouble.
It is called Alter Self. It's not Alter Others.
As you're
Get
having
one
this
for me.
conversation quite loudly, there is
I did like move to the side and
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I missed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, I missed that. All right.
I'm
well,
sorry. I
should've-
speak loudly even when I whisper.
Preston,
Yes.
I'm glad that you could join us. Now, as for all the people that saw Alcott randomly appear in the air and fall, I'm sure they'll have a different story.
Well, let's hope they
There
forget
weren't
about
that
that.
many people. We'll get him drunk.
Exactly.
Where's the local
There's a lot of
pubbery?
people to get drunk.
Exactly.
Let's just keep walking.
Cade's solution
My
to
goal is to
every
walk away from
problem.
that area and then disappear.
Exactly how recognizable are you to the people
I mean,
here?
my hair isn't as long as it was last time. I'm not. The voice isn't for it. I'm just gonna stick with my regular voice. I can't
No,
do it.
please do it.
I'm
No,
not good
please.
with voices. Anyway,
I liked it.
I don't think a lot of people knew about me here. I was only really at the Stone and maybe a couple of taverns nearby. I didn't have a reputation among the
I think people will recognize your voice, sir.
So,
Well, I hope at the Seer they would recognize my voice, but we're here to meet my teacher. So let's
Are
get to
we?
move on.
All right, Brizzy.
is your teacher involved with the Golem Works?
No,
Bresden.
we're going to the Stone of the Seer. The Golem Works is a different academy.
And who is your teacher?
All right, so
This-
Chris, I don't know, Joe, if you're making an adjustment over there, but we did get a viewer that said it sounded like Alcott got distant all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so you may hear some of those little idiosyncrasies
Be
during.
patient, people.
We are still doing some tweaking with our existing mics, and just for everyone's viewing pleasure, for your minis, this is Alcott Devereaux. Although he now no longer looks like this, he looks like Bresden.
And a lot less hair, even when it.
Yeah,
does
yeah,
look
and he's
like
well,
that.
it's growing back now. He's got good heavy stubble.
Wasn't my choice to get it cut off.
This is Captain
burnt it off,
Cade
sir.
Cardinal. This is Irda
Fireball just-
without wings.
I got the opposite of Frosted
We
Tips.
also have a winged Irda miniature.
Fireball chips.
burnt ends.
It might be easier up here. We also have a winged Irda miniature. And then lastly, we now have Markov. And this is a mini also that Chandler painted himself. It's really cool. So we go. Boop, boop. Chasing him around.
So who is your teacher then?
Elise Nevlandis.
Landis. That's a unique name.
Yes. but,
America, you're you're just so interested in us as a group.
I do find it interesting, however, that he did not know.
Yes, but now he wants to know it,
Well-
and he wrote it down.
Yeah, I asked questions about you when I met you. It's not ridiculous.
That's the way he's asking. You acted interested. He acted.
Knowledge is knowledge. It should be shared. Anyways, can we get to the
Oh,
stone?
trust me, I don't think I know very much about any of you, do I?
We'll see.
Okay,
So,
continue.
all right, let's go.
All right.
Keep up, Kate.
You continue
We thought I
along.
like left you guys behind.
You guys look up and we're like 100 yards ahead of you.
You continue along the streets of Magnamar. It is a brisk winter day. Light wind, not too heavy, doesn't make it too terribly uncomfortable. And here by the coast, the winters are not nearly as difficult as they are up in the mountains. So as you move along, yes, you do. You draw very close to the Stone of the Seer. Looks much as it did last time you were here, as it has for centuries. And you see the guards standing out front by the large wooden door.
What's your plan, Rez?
I mean, they recognize Irda, I'm certain. Perhaps Irda, you could
What would you like me to do?
I mean, tell them Alcott Devereaux is here to get inside, and he
Alright.
is altered to look like someone else.
The guards out front, are either of them the ones that were interested in Irda last time? Because I
Please.
remember.
They are different guards.
All right. Well, no problem. I can talk.
All right.
So she'll just kind of stride up to the fellows in front of the building. Hello there.
This is
They look up, and you have this reaction, this effect on everyone. Their eyes go wide for a moment, beholding this celestial beauty that stands before them. They quickly pass their eyes dismissively over the rest of the party. Do a quick double take on Markov. He looks a bit shady. Then their eyes come back on you.
No one.
And the one clears his throat. You see he flushes a bit red. What can I do for you?
Well, I am an associate of Alcott Devereaux, and he is here to speak with his teacher. He was a student at the school.
Oh, I don't know, no Alcott. If he's got business here with the stone, then he should come himself.
I hear that and just walk right up to him. Right here.
You were a student here.
Yes.
They look at each other. What game are you playing?
A magical one. You know that you can change your look with magic, correct?
They kind of look back and forth.
I'm working a bit undercover.
He pulls out a little monocle. You know, he does work at the Stone of the Seer, after all. He pulls out a monocle. He holds it up. All right, then. You're welcome to stay outside here and keep us company if you like. We'd love a chat.
No, she has to come in.
We have some information that we have to get to.
Yes.
But we can chat later.
You're sure?
Yes. I will have all three of them accompany me out.
All right, then. So they see you in, and in moments, you are traveling the familiar halls of the Stone of the Seer, and soon you are right outside the study of Lise.
It's only been a couple of days. So, yes, all right.
Yes, what is it?
It's Alcott, Lise. I'm back.
Already? Fine. You hear some rustling of papers and some footsteps behind.
He doesn't come open his own door, does he?
He does indeed. He walks over.
I'm not used to this.
You warned him opening a door without an invisible
I'm
servant
used to a
or a
servant
hand.
opening it.
And as he does so, he creaks open the door, and it was clearly to give you an exasperated look. You see your former headmaster, his auburn curls pulled back, and he's got that same sort of constantly bemused look on his face. And he looks up at you with these slender almond eyes. What is it, Alcott?
Lise, it has been a hell of a few days, if I'm being
Aye,
honest.
you could say that.
I would appreciate some quiet from prying eyes, if you know what I mean.
Right, come on then. He wards you in, closes
all
the
go
door. Yeah, he
Oh.
ushered you all in.
As I go by him, I'm like, oh, is that one of those magical eyes that one of the guards had?
Have you been drinking?
Always, sir.
Frequently.
It is called the Stone of the Seer. I pull out the same monocle that I
Oh.
also have.
I need one of those.
Very expensive.
Oh.
You could pay me for it.
Nah.
All right.
So
I am in need of money.
you see the half-elf, he slides into his chair, puts his palms kind of fingers splayed out on this gorgeous deep mahogany wood desk. There are neatly stacked papers and potions and scrolls all over the desk. You see some arcane elements that bespeak a very orderly and disciplined mind. You do still see the Alcott. You see the slight disturbance in light in the corner. You know his unseen servant is lurking there quietly, and he just looks up at you. This had better be important, Alcott. I have been very busy.
I understand. Last I left you, you gave me these, and I will pull out the scroll of stone shape that is blank at this point because I've put it into my spell book. I'll pull out the half moon of stone and that little note from my father. I thank you very much for this.
Of course.
Directly after that, we made our way to Sandpoint to attempt to protect my family, wherever they may be. It is there that we learned of my father's fate. I'm certain you heard the news of his death.
Yes, I did, and for this you have my condolences. Giving you his items was the least I could do, but it does seem he got himself involved in some dangerous business.
He did. That business, unfortunately, leaves me the sole heir of the Devereaux estate and holder of an immense debt that he left.
I'm confused. You have the estate. What do you mean you have debt?
He owed a group known as the Brothers Seven, and I'm going to look him up and down to see if he has a reaction to that. Me saying the Brothers Seven.
Yeah, I mean, there's no roll that needs to be made. You see he arches a brow, kind of taps his finger. You don't say.
150,000 gold pieces. Yes. Yes. So it's not a... We could simply pay it off size of debt.
Oh, I have an idea.
It's better be good.
Well, with magics, couldn't we make fake gold? And then it disappears after we've already paid it off.
Yes, in theory, if you want the people who you then owe to be even more upset at you once it disappears.
But it would work to get away.
Yes, but we still have 8 days.
In the long run.
Oh, well, can't you make gold?
Yes, but it's worth nothing.
Who are the lenders?
That is... we don't know. We only know that
How
the
do you
Brothers
expect
Seven...
to pay them back?
The Brothers...
You don't know the lenders.
I assume that they will be coming to meet at the manor at the end of the... They told us that they would come...
You haven't looked into this matter?
It's what I'm here to do, Markov. Pardon him.
Actually, Lise was watching this exchange. Remarkably keen mind. Have you ever thought of studying magics?
No, I think it's better for everyone I don't.
I agree.
I agree. But I would like to learn a little.
Like I said, it has been a honestly horrid number of days since we last spoke, and since we last spoke, we came across a lich.
At this, you see he definitely stops. You have arrested his attention.
Yes.
A lich, you're sure?
He used to be a friend of this party. And he has now turned horribly
and he
evil.
works for another lich who is even more powerful than he is.
Who probably works for a
Lich,
giant of
a
some
lich,
sort
a
that
lich,
is
a lich.
extremely
Lich
powerful.
is
There
all
is
the way down.
it's complicated.
Alcott, how have you managed to get yourself embroiled with
Honestly?
the Brothers Seven with a lich?
You know I left to go check out some magical rain on a mountain? I don't know how I got here, Lise. But I'm here, and I need your help.
I don't see what I can do.
I motion for you to show him the side of your face where the scar is.
And
Perhaps you can help with this.
She'll kind of, her hair is in her braid that she normally wears, but the loose bit that is here, she'll pull it to the side and show
The reason
them.
I asked for safety from prying eyes is we believe this lich is able to spy on us from a mark left in her skull. I've attempted to dispel it. I've attempted to identify it. I was able to learn nothing and do nothing other than almost kill us.
Now you've gathered his curiosity. So he looks over, and go ahead and make a diplomacy check for me, please.
Fine. Took some ranks in that
I like the suggestion, Pat Draws.
What is it?
Oh, well, he said that with the gold problem, he thought a pirate ship might fetch a good price.
Not happening.
11.
Yeah, okay, so he gets up and he walks over toward Irda and he says, do you mind?
No, not at all.
He kind of pulls back your hair. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a very similar monocle to the one you saw look aside. I don't see anything. He pulls out a second monocle. This one is tinted blue, and he holds the two of them up.
Do I recognize the second one?
No, you've never seen this before. You don't know what he's doing. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out another one that's tinted yellow, and he holds the two of them up. You see his eyebrows both climb this time. Remarkable. How? It's woven into the skull, and how did you come by this?
The former ally turned lich that Alcott spoke of left this on me.
It is possible that it is Thessalonian magics.
There is no end to the trouble you've gotten yourself into, Alcott.
Tell me about it.
But, he goes over, you see he pulls out a tome. No, they are not crit tables.
Oh, gosh.
He's doing prop work, it's not actually...
Stabs right into it.
No, not that. Wait just a moment. I'm sure I had this around here somewhere. Oh, yes. He pulls a thick book off the shelf that has a black spine and spidery gold lettering on it. As he pulls it off the shelf, he opens these pages, and you can tell this book's not been cracked in some time. He rifles through the pages of the book.
Okay, so excited.
Yes, that might just work. It is also possible that, given the nature of it, I could fragment your skull into 1,000 bits.
I mean,
I think that's unlikely, but it's a possibility.
We did teleport here today, which you know the possibilities with that.
I take plenty of risks regularly. This is nothing more than what I normally do, so
is there
why
any
not?
way I can assist to reduce that possibility?
Forgive me for interfering with matters of the arcane. I know very little of them, but
But he still has an opinion.
He's got
as
lots of
anyone should, if the Lich is using the ruin to spy on us, could accomplished wizards such as yourself not do the opposite?
I attempted that, and my brain was almost shattered in my skull. So, I'm not... yes, let's
But
not.
he could probably do it. You're a little bit lesser than him, right?
Well, yes, but...
You see, several times Lise has tried to speak, and they're just kind of cutting him off, and you're seeing irritation grow on his face.
My apologies, Lise.
Young man, your name is what?
Markov.
Markov. Given you studied no magic, your attempts at intuition are admirable if they were coming from an inebriated 7-year-old child. I think the best thing you can do for me, Alcott, is keep them silent so I can concentrate. Can we do that?
Yes. Let's step outside.
Oh, I have one question.
Markov's taking notes in his book.
Step outside.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab Cade by the wrist and pull him outside.
Liz, thank you for inviting me in. It's an honor to see your chambers. Step out.
Okay, all right.
Why did that sound vaguely threatening?
It's Markov. What are you gonna do? And I'll usher them both. I'll drag Cade
As he's sketching notes and whatnot. All right. In moments, you're outside, and Lise, he taps, and he reaches, opens up a desk drawer, and he pulls out a scroll. You see it's wound tightly with a ribbon of gold on it. He unfurls it.
Before you go too much further, John. Can I trust the two of you to stay right here? There is nothing in that room that I do not want to see occur.
Yes.
What do you mean? Like,
Stay. And don't make a fuss. And don't try and charm any female students you meet.
can I look around?
Hey, everybody. So, say thank you to Joe. Everybody, this is Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe made some changes, so I'm hoping you guys are feeling like there was a little bit of improvement to the audio. Our voices sound level and balanced. So let's just do a quick call around the room, and we'll have everybody just say your name and your class, and we'll test your levels. Go ahead.
Oh, hello, huzzah. What am I supposed to say?
Good enough.
Name of your class.
Markov Inquisitor.
Alcott Wizard.
You're the Skull Paladin.
Paladin.
All right, so 2 questions then. How did all those levels sound? And secondly, we have some ambient music. It should not be very loud. It should be
Well,
very
see,
subtle.
And I need more
Chris said it's
volume.
loud.
The
music.
The music is
Yes.
loud?
Music is loud, ear is
And
quiet.
I'm too quiet.
Okay, Irda's too quiet. I can work on that real quick. I don't see how the music is too loud.
Just a
But-
touch is what they said. Just a touch.
Well, Chris is always saying
And
that.
Pat said a tad as well.
Oh, pad set too? All right, fine. So I'll turn it down for you.
And Pat 66 also said that. So.
All right. Because it's very quiet in here. And then...
Kate as well, Kate.
Oh, huzzah, you're
all right,
welcome.
and then for you, Irda, I'm going to just up your game
All right.
just a bit. All right. All right, so let's try that again. And
You're the Skull Paladin.
Alcott Wizard.
Markov Inquisitor.
Cade, pirate.
John, DM. All right, how was that? Okay, I turned the music down some already.
I think there's just a little
That's
bit.
better, weirdo?
Better.
Okay, good.
Better.
That's much better.
All right.
Yes.
Thank
Great.
you, thank
Thank
you,
you,
thank
guys.
you very much, everyone.
And thank you, Joe.
All right, Joe, take care, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. All right, so you step back in the room. Go ahead.
What
sorry.
were you going to
I
say?
was going to say, I believe that we can both stay out of trouble and stop from being infants better than out here than we can in there.
Well, he was a bit rude. My apologies. Thank you.
I believe it was Pat Draws was suspect that the notes that Markov were taking was that he took note of the fact that inebriated 7-year-olds are susceptible to an influx of magic use.
Yes. I'll have to
Must be
hunt them
stopped at an
down.
early age.
I didn't know that this was such a plague.
Magic use. Yes, and then I will slowly walk back in.
All right. You walk back in and you see that Lise has Irda in a chair, and he's standing over here. He's got just that yellow lens now, and he's holding a scroll by one hand.
Can I make out what's on the scroll at all?
Well,
I'm trying not to interrupt the
sure.
process at all.
So you'd have to. So he's kind of by his desk. You'd have to try to
Yeah,
walk behind him.
I'll work my way around.
Okay. All right. As
With
you're
a book out, taking notes as I go.
Yeah. As you work your way around him, you see he is concentrating, and he begins to mutter the words and the syllables. You see them vanishing, the script briefly limned in yellow flame as it vanishes off the page. You see the familiar, confusing patterns shifting and changing that you have observed when studying magics that are so far above your own current comprehension that they twist the eyes and make it difficult to concentrate. From what you can tell, it's traditional arcane magic, but it is of a spell level that is too high for you even to cast from a scroll.
Makes sense.
He says, hold still, I cannot promise this won't hurt.
All right, I can handle pain.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we have any friendly dice today.
You did get a +2 to initiative rolls, if that helps. Anyone want to give the DM advantage or inspiration or something?
All right, as
Oh, and that was only an initiative roll.
Kate, imagine what burning things are going on in there.
Oh, can't even imagine.
Magic.
as he concentrates, you
They're
see.
talking in their low tone.
You see there is what looks like tongues of blue flame
Obliterated in the
that start burning along the edge of
She's tough.
Irda's scar.
She
Curls back and forth along it. Extremely painful. In fact, I'm going to need you to make a concentration check, please. Or constitution check, yeah.
So below my con?
You'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Yeah.
It feels like part of the bone itself is being pulled from your head. You can hear in your own inner ear a snap, 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 like sutures being ripped from skin, but inside your own skull. It feels white hot flame. You grit your teeth. You grit your teeth, and your whole body shakes. And then you slump over. And you see Lise. He leans on his mahogany desk.
I'll
he
walk
breathes
over
heavily.
and brace both of them.
How do you feel?
That hurt. But I'm alive.
Your skull isn't across the wall.
Well, there is that. Let me look close again. He pulls out that same monocle as he holds it up. It's gone.
You know what that means, right? You're free of him.
Thank you so much.
This is not the kind of service I would normally perform. Certainly not for free. But no one should suffer what you have suffered, and your kind are noble. And Alcott was not too terribly bad a student.
I was good.
He sits down kind of heavily in his chair, little beads of sweat on his forehead, and yes, you do indeed feel the lightness, Irda, that affliction that you have carried with you for some time from Ixen. You now know he no longer has that link inside you.
Good. That must feel very good.
It's almost like the sun coming out after days of rain.
You with the sun thing makes a lot of sense. Good. What was that, Lise?
This is something that, well, let's just say these types of parasitic scrying, these were a fascination for me even as a student. I have some spells that I have worked on which are, well, of my own private selection. Should you gain sufficient power, which is not altogether doubtful, I will talk to you about these things.
Just chuckles to himself. Thank you, Lise. We'll be going on our way now. Unless you have 150,000 gold pieces you would like to allow me to borrow temporarily.
He chuckles. He says, no, but a word of advice, oh God.
Yes.
One, there's something in the look of your new friend I mistrust. You should watch him.
We're on the same page then.
Secondly, the Brother Seven, from the rumors I have heard, they are nothing to be trifled with.
Yes.
And it is spoken of that they are allied with Norgorond, the god of mischief, and, well, let's just say they are very dangerous. If they were behind what happened to your father, it is in complete alignment with their reputation.
Thank you for that.
Quick question.
Yes.
During all of this, while I was waiting outside of the cage, tapping my foot and doing my best to look around impatiently.
Yes.
Can I make a perception check listening through the door?
Absolutely you can, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is that a roll you'd like me to make, or would you like to look at?
Well, no, because you would know whether, well, so, like, I could play with that, like, if you had a fumble on it, I have you hear something that you don't actually hear.
But
as
I've
an
already
example.
heard what they've...
But you kind of know the topic, so I think
Yeah.
it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, great. We have a 30. You know what that means with that roll.
Yeah,
It's very good.
Very good.
Yes.
It's a very good bonus you have to that.
Yes, I do.
It's you were able to pick up most of the conversation. So let me see. Let me divide the conversation into sections, and I'm going to make rolls on each. So some of the questions that Alcott asked as the spellcasting was beginning, as he was sort of, well, you just heard him kind of shuffling around, but you couldn't tell what was happening.
Understood.
You heard the sounds. You heard Irda cry out a couple of times in pain. Then, when all was silent, you heard the discussion about the nature of the magic and the interest that Lise had in that sort of scrying, parasitic scrying. You heard his caution about you. And you heard his warning about the, yeah, you heard everything.
Okay, wonderful. I would expect nothing less. But
God, this guy.
I just keep tapping my foot and saying offhand, Cade, I'm sure I'm taking a while in there.
Did you see what Pat Draw said? He said, I have an entire platinum MasterCard full of disadvantages for Mr. Markov.
And he just gave advantage to John, but only
when
when Markov.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
All
fair.
right. That's a first. I don't think I've had that before.
That is 4 of them.
So that's 4
Of your 5.
Markov only
No,
advantages.
He doesn't
No,
max
no
out.
max for John.
No, he doesn't max out. Only players max out.
I feed
Right.
off your hate.
There's something wrong with that.
Give me more.
Platinum MasterCard full of That's awesome.
All right, and while they're in there, I know he said,
Yes.
but I do look around for anything shiny, or I look around for
A copper piece
people,
on the ground.
or anything of interest.
He's looking for shiny things in women.
And it is as a result of this that, and I did roll for this, that you are oblivious to the fact that Markov is eavesdropping on the conversation. As you look around
I
at,
am?
Yeah.
I wanted to look over there a little bit.
well, so one, I kind of had
You
a passive.
rolled?
I had a passive perception check for you. Plus, you indicated you were looking for things out there. You were not really engaged with Markov that much. So
Beautiful students.
you see, you do see, a couple of people pass by, but this is not a heavily trafficked area of the stone. And so as you're looking around, you see a couple of alkalites go by with their hoods pulled down, kind of shuffling feet. They both have green robes on, but they pay no mind to you. You don't see anything shiny or valuable. You certainly don't see any rum.
Nothing?
No, you're just standing.
Okay, well then if there's nothing to look at, then I'll spy him.
I heard you like spying.
I just look at I look at Markov.
Acolytes, yes, acolytes.
Alcott lights, yeah.
Alcott lights.
Alcott Light.
All right.
Zero
so
sugar.
back in the room.
We need to get you to a tavern, don't we, Cade?
Oh, huzzah. But what I need more than that, I don't know if I can speak with Lise. I need to ask him a question.
I know exactly what the question is.
Yeah, I open the door as you finish asking that.
Oh, is Irda okay?
Yes.
Oh, she's on whole. She's
Oh,
not in
good.
bitty pieces.
Good, I was
Not
quite
today.
worried.
So, he
I can sense your worry.
took it away
Yes,
from
right.
you. Not Saren, right?
Yes, but what's your point?
So good, sir. I have a question for you. She's been wanting that thing gone, and only you could take it away from her.
Resistance
You see,
is
I've been
close to
struggling with the
blasphemy.
deity thing right now, and I had a certain deity that just didn't like me. So
Shocking.
Right?
she took away. Now get this,
He rubs his face.
sir. Do you drink?
I assume you're asking if I consume alcoholic libations.
Libation station. That's what I'm creating back and forth on Frost. Yes, sir.
No, it clouds the mind.
I makes mine strong.
I didn't know you knew a word that big, Cade.
I surprise you every time,
You
don't
do.
I?
You
I do. So anyway, good sir, you see, I like my libation taster tasty. And this god, she took away my libation taster for heavenly rum.
As Kate is talking, Lise is just staring right at
No,
you.
and I am giving him just the same dull look straight back.
No, it's not a dull look.
No,
it's a
he's
very,
angry.
it's a very accusatory. What have you brought in my office? Look. Yes. Sorry. Please continue.
Sir, if you were able to do that for her, and her god could not do that for her, then I plead with you to give me the taste for heavenly rum back. You see, Alcott is a master of making the tastiest rum. I'm sure you can too. It is heavenly. So, can you do it for me, sir?
Markov, do you say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, perhaps I can help where Liz may be more busy teaching. I mean, he has so many students.
Hush, Markov! Don't listen to him. He just keeps interfering. This is important stuff.
I agree, it is. It's a matter of deeds.
Has it crossed your mind, perhaps, that this is a favor from the goddess? And that you are being sent a message, a divine message which is encouraging you toward a level of sobriety which might actually cure you of many of these misperceptions, misapprehensions,
Sir, I'm a pirate!
and frankly,
I'm a pirate.
malodorous.
It's part of me.
I suggest that it would be no part of mine to interfere with the will of the gods. Now, please, be on your way.
Very wise, Lise.
That was
Well,
that was
sir.
really good roleplay. If there was even a chance, I would roll for it, but there was just no chance. That roleplay was excellent, though.
Sir, do you know of any lesser gods that would be more favorable to me?
He's not an acolyte.
Maybe he knows.
I think now I come to understand how you've gotten into all the trouble that you've gotten into.
Yes.
It is a tenet of truth, an ancient proverb that one's companions determine one's fate.
Yes.
Sir, I'm a pretty good guy. I do my part. I just like me rum.
He's not lying.
That is splendid. May I applaud? And also, I'll let you know your part now is to leave my office.
But our time has come up.
Thank you again for your assistance, sir. I really very much appreciate it.
Of course, and do be careful. You are in dangerous affairs.
Yes. Kid, come.
Oh. I saw the eye he gave me.
I go.
I know what's up.
I go with it. Oh, she calls me. I'm probably in trouble.
All right, so in moments, you head back out. Are you doing anything else in the Stone of the Seer, Alcott?
I've got this book for a while. I'm not worried about returning it for, like you said, for a while, and I don't know everything in it yet. I'm not.
No.
I couldn't do the language on my own without the book.
Right.
So I'm gonna hold on to that. Although that's a separate building, but no, I don't think I have anything else that I need to do in here. So I'll just walk them out of the building.
Okay, all right. In moments, you're back out on the streets of Magnamar, bustling. Now it's getting on into the afternoon.
How long has it been since we arrived in Magnamar?
I mean, it's, call it hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes.
Great. I look like Alcott again.
Wonderful.
Okay.
As we're exiting.
If the Temple of Iomade was able to bring your arm back, perhaps they'll be able to bring your taste buds back.
It was actually
Yeah, it was Abadar. Iomade was not able to.
Iomade we went to first.
I apologize.
And then, yes.
Got it wrong.
You're good.
They kicked her out.
Bresden!
He looks like Alcott again now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not one of your
I play along with it. I look around. Where's Preston? Oh, that's right. I look like Katie. I look like Alcott.
President in the street.
I did, but it only lasts an hour and 10
Preston
minutes.
in the streets.
Oh.
So when I asked him how long it's been, Alcott in the Stone of the Seer.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well, I see that he's clearly unconscious. Never mind. Well, you know this place.
Yes.
You know what I'm asking.
You want a good tavern to go
Ah! You know me so well.
Don't we have more pressing matters?
to? There are some bits of shopping I would like to do before we get to that.
Don't you need to save your gold for your family?
Yes, but there are some things that are a bit more required.
Maybe I can win some.
That's an idea.
Hey, are you a gambler, sir?
Liar's dice.
No, but
Oh.
I'm rather keen and would be happy to join you at the table. I'm sure that I could help you determine when the odds are in your favor.
That sounds a lot like cheating to me.
I'm all for it!
It's
Let's go win
cheating.
some gold!
Is chess or certain card games a thing in this world?
Yeah, I mean, let's say it's by a different name. Call
Dragon chess.
No, just call it, you know,
Castles and Kings.
Castles and Crusades.
Yeah.
Call it Knight's Honor.
Sure.
Knight's Honor.
Ooh. Alcott, I'll try to win some gold for you.
I do know of a good gaming house.
Alright, let's go!
Is this the one where your father got you so far into that?
No, we play more refined games.
I find this line of thinking to be ruinous, if I'm being frank.
We didn't tend to gamble all that much. I mean, Cade's probably looking for a seedier place.
For sure, but must I remind you that I believe it might be in our best interest to discover who these lenders are?
No, certainly.
Maybe we could find them in these dealing things.
Perhaps we need
That's
not pay them at
Not
all.
a bad thought. If they are followers of
Yeah.
this Norgorond, I'm certain they
I get the right
hide out
people
in seedy
drunk!
places.
We
And
could get some information.
Open
This
some
isn't-
mouths up.
this isn't my problem particularly, but I will remind you, you have made a deal with the God of Law.
Yes.
He did, I didn't.
It needs to get done. Yes, that's why we are here. But I
Yes.
must prepare myself. There is a certain spell component I require that is costly. In fact, dude, I hate to ask this. Could I borrow some gold?
How much gold?
5?
5 gold?
Just 5.
Alright, yeah, so then she'll hand him 5 gold. No problem.
I pull Alcott to the side.
All right. In a very conspicuous manner,
Yes.
Cade walks over and pulls at Alcott's sleeve to separate him from the rest of the group.
Alcott.
Okay.
Now, I know we like the new fella. I was very good in your school. Didn't touch anything. I mean, it was kind of boring.
Promise.
But while I was,
All right.
you
Some
know,
answer.
I think he was spying on me through the door. I don't know if he said anything bad, but I don't trust him.
I don't have any secrets to keep from
Okay.
Arcot.
I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Perhaps he has some to keep from me.
Oh, I think he does.
All right. I am going to go find a ivory carver
Alright.
and a leather worker. Would anyone like to accompany me to those spots?
Does it include a tap?
In fact, I think we should stick together, actually. You should come along.
Wonderful, I will. I would ask that we make a brief trip to the Temple of Iomade. I don't mean to take up time with prayer.
That's
I
fine.
have a small collection of things I must deposit there.
Please, we have done our business. I wouldn't want to get in the way of yours.
Wonderful. Lead the way, I'm your servant.
Well, you know the way to the temple.
I do, yes. I will be happy to, if we're going there first, I'll be happy to lead them there.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna head
Is
to
there,
break here in a second.
Are there
but-
shops on the way that we can
Yeah.
stop
So
by?
so yeah. You just there certainly would be. So you just what we'll do is we'll figure out which pieces we're going to role play. I think the shopping we don't need to role play.
I'll just tell you what I'm buying.
Yeah. Just tell us what you're buying. Actually, you can even pop it in Discord. We'll read it out to the audience. We'll role play the temple, and then. Any plans for what you're going to do after that? Are you going to seek out a tavern? Are you going to? Yeah. Does the party have any sense of what you're going to do?
Well, I don't think we should split.
No, we're certainly not gonna
Yeah.
split.
I'm going to be insistent on investigating either the Golem Works or who your lenders are.
I think the Golem Works is a good place to go after the temple,
Okay.
because we know that this madman was related to
Oh, the tavern gets getting pushed further and further and further down the list.
It's a good thought, though.
You saved the best for last.
Sometimes I do like you, Markov.
Good.
It's just Yes, that's the plan.
Yeah, okay, very good, excellent. All right, so we're going to go to break. When we come back from break, and we'll have just a few minutes here, we'll have to do some scene change and set up, so it'll take us a couple of minutes. But thank you for those of you that are born with us. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you for the bits and the cheers. And thank you, as always, for the chat. The chat makes the game a lot of fun, and we sincerely appreciate it here. And so we're going to go to break, and we'll be right back with you in a few minutes as we continue episode 63 of Runelords, titled Debt and Blood.
What are you doing?
Oh.
We're not doing what you doing.
Oh. Wait.
No?
We have one question for you before we go to break. If you're watching the show right now and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, oh my goodness, if you're a sub and your sub is expired and you haven't resubbed, and there are some of you out there, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow.
Do we have a giveaway today?
So we may, I'm gonna watch our numbers, because we had a little drop there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we had a glitch or audio,
I know,
or
it does seem like that.
if I said something that offended people.
Probably.
Probably.
Cade.
Yeah, it was probably Cade's improperness. No, I think today, let's see, I'll announce the giveaway after the break, and we will be right back.
Because he doesn't know.
This.
That's exactly right.
You looked over there and I'm like, this tape measure.
It's very...
It's yellow.
We'll be right back.
That was very funny. I just really quickly hear the intro just get cut off. We're back.
One question, quick.
One question.
Thank you, weirdo.
All right.
Wonderful.
We'll leave the mics hot as always.
Except for when
There will be no plant
water the
watering on this
flowers.
break.
No plant water.
Are the new coffin minis finished? Love that.
Do you all happen to have some bottles of water or anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Yes.
That's fair.
I'll go get you one.
And you did get the messages, correct?
I did.
Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
That's
Secret.
secrets.
Okay, it's back up now.
Coffee.
No, I have a water bottle downstairs.
Alright.
For Markov. Chandler. Right? Because it's the name you call them more sometimes than their actual name. Oh, thank you so much. Poor you.
Pourvu. Or pour-tu if you go less.
Portu.
Being shady
Less
is a
formal.
Thursday word.
Vu.
Vu is the
French?
formal, yeah. Pourvu is the formal and pour-tu is the informal.
That's interesting. They have formal and informal yous. In Spanish, they don't. They just have formal and informal he, she, and theys.
You know, Thomas, I was always given good advice.
Yeah?
Which was, watch out for trees with wide branches. They're really shady.
Just like Markov.
So it's just a random proverb.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
From nothing. Love it.
That joke.
Dad joke time.
Have you heard of the podcast Dungeons and Dad?
Thank
I
you,
have.
Brave Abe One.
Great podcast.
This is a D&D podcast,
Podcast,
not
anything. Yeah.
Sometimes a D&D podcast.
usually. Right? Don't you?
We should podcast this though.
I believe
script the
Rory's
audio
actually
for it.
working on that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Speaking of podcast,
Are you gonna plug
Part of
yourself?
adventure.
I'm looking for an explanation of
yourself.
dad beard. Chris, just look at your own beard.
It's a dad beard.
It's a dad beard. It's when I
You're
said
a
dad
dad
beard, I
with a
more meant
beard.
my dad's beard. You probably couldn't see. It goes out to about there. I'd say probably an inch
it's
and
a
a half
dad
to
beard.
2 inches.
Ah, good. They're
That
getting in
beard.
on the giveaway.
The tape measure
Tape
giveaway.
measure.
Yeah, let's get it. Shift 17. How many feet is it?
20, I think.
It's get that blue box yellow.
Actually, our Lore Masters Arcanum title is that yellow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It
so
is.
it's a Lorecaster's Arcanum tape measure.
Yeah.
Special.
Did you call it a lorecaster?
Lorecaster.
Lorecaster.
Sounds
I like
a,
that.
It's
I
a
like-
magical fishing rod.
See, the Lorecaster.
No, he just throws knowledge.
Is
He's casting lore. He's
the
throwing knowledge.
Lorecaster is the podcast version of Lore Masters
Yeah.
Arcanum.
Yeah.
Well, there's a subclass in 5e that I don't think is official, but it's called the Lore Mastery School
Yeah.
of Wizardry, and
Right.
it's all about magic in general. Like it's
Yeah.
about magic at its base archaic level and learning
Right.
how it works in general. That's what Alcott's all about. That's what he would have been if we were playing 5e. It was a lore master.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite bard schools is the Bard of Eloquence, which
Yep.
is just really good at oration. Yeah.
You're a talker.
Yeah. Just
That's actually what I believe that's what you played when we. No, you played Valor. Bard.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Ballamard.
played. What was his name? Johann Burienfeld.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Johann
Yeah.
Blumenfeld.
Good character.
Ooh, is this is Tailspire, right?
Yes.
It's so cool.
It was so awesome that they added
Hey, I
all of the
recognize
characters
that
from your one shot in,
build.
and then they just also added you in.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I asked them to.
The
so,
Neuromancer.
I
yeah.
made that mini.
Really?
Yeah, they
she
colored
did.
it, but I made the mini
Nice. What did you make it?
in Eldritch Foundry.
Oh, they use Eldritch Foundry.
Yeah.
Are they working on getting Hero Forge compatibility?
I think they're talking to them, but I don't know. Right now, they're.
Is it just how their models work?
I'm not sure.
It was my first time using Eldritch Foundry. It was
I've used
it
it
was really
before.
cool.
They're not as customizable as Hero Forge, but they
It's
still have
getting
some
there
really
though, because
awesome
I remember
minis.
looking at Eldritch Foundry a while ago,
I
like when
used
it first
I
came
think
out.
about
and
a
it
year to a
was-
year and a half
yeah.
ago is when I first looked at it, and it was quite
got,
limited then.
It's got more going
Good.
on now.
Good.
Because I mean, I was able to make that.
I mean, that's
mini
the thing with Hero
easily.
Forge is it was very limited at the start, but it still
yeah.
had the ability to kind of
Well,
morph
and they're
the characters.
constantly
a bit.
adding.
Yeah.
More
Hero Forge is
stuff.
adding stuff all the time.
But yeah.
I recently made a mini for a Way of the Astral Self monk, which basically allows them to add extra like astral arms that they can punch with.
Nice.
And I just gave him 2 other sets of arms that were see-through and blue.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a game I'm
Oh,
playing
there
right
it
now
is.
that deals a lot with the astral plane.
Oh yeah?
It's called Control. Would recommend.
I love Control.
It's very,
Oh,
very
it's so
good.
Is it an RPG?
It's a video game.
It's
Oh.
I'll let
Wait, is Control the
Evelyn-
one with the girl who floats?
Jesse.
The one she who floats.
She
Yeah.
who floats.
Jesse.
She's got the pistol that she
Yeah, it can do.
it's fun stuff.
Yeah, but
Is it a
it's
cool game?
oh, it's so good.
Really?
It's Sam Lake, and he did like Max Payne, and he did.
Ooh,
and,
I haven't played Max Payne, but I've heard it's very good.
but he did Alan Wake as well,
Alan Wake,
and
yeah.
Alan Wake is so good. And there's one of the DLCs for Control. Actually, it's the Alan Wake Control crossover too. But it's very like. Do you know SCP at all?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
very.
I love-
It's a lot
Yes.
like that.
We actually, in college, one of our friends ran I forget what the system was, but it was
World of Darkness.
World of Darkness,
Okay.
which is like, it's not 2D, it's not based on 2D6, it's based on like
It's
D10s.
D10s, yep.
Yeah.
But it was set in the SCP.
But Control has a lot of that sort of like feel.
Yeah,
like the foundation.
think
They've
I
got all
watched a
the stuff
speedrun
in the
of it. It's
warehouse,
awesome.
and yeah,
It's
it's so good. But the stories are really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I
I
found
highly
the duck.
recommend it.
I thought I would get something for finding the duck,
Yeah.
but I just got it to stop quacking. It's a teleporting rubber duck.
Yeah.
That you have to follow throughout the
There's some really
Didn't
cool
get
stuff, and then there was the light that takes you into the That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
good. It's
well, I'm
really
not.
good.
Yeah, we.
No, I don't
you
want to
should
spoil
play it.
anything.
Don't.
They actually had it for free on the Epic Games store when they were doing some of their.
I might have actually picked it
It's
up.
on sale for $15 with all the DLC right now.
All the DLC?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I need to grab the
Like
DLC.
Game of the Year edition type thing.
Because
Yes.
I grabbed, because I had played Control before, but I grabbed the free copy of it when it came out on Epic during the free thing, and I need to grab all the DLC.
It's wonderful.
It's so good.
Epic does a
Dr.
good job
Darling
of just
is
giving things away.
A wonderful character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have full motion video in the game, so it's a game, but it has like actual like.
Wait, they actually do have that
Yeah,
in the game?
they do that with Alan Wake as well, and I think they did Quantum Break also, and Quantum Break was also a really good one.
Yeah. So they have like full demonstrations of some of like the spooky stuff going on, and it's just
Real
a
people.
guy with he's called
Yeah.
Dr. Darling.
Yeah,
Oh.
And
glasses.
yeah, and he's like, this is an object of power, and just holding this cube with these giant rubber gloves.
Yeah, those videos
I've
are
never
great.
played a full FMV game, but I've always wanted to play one.
Yeah, Quantum Break and Alan Wake, and because Alan Wake had the Night Springs clips during it, which were always great.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of mix of live action like stuff in. With Quantum Break, there was actually like full like episodes in between like each section of play.
My closest interaction I've ever had with Control is at work. We had a bunch of we had a pallet full of the like limited edition art book from Control, and each book weighed like 4 pounds.
I bet it did.
Or like more than that. And so you would put like
There's so
2
much
in one
cool
of your
stuff
totes.
Yeah.
And it was, or like 3, and it was already way too heavy for them to send upstairs because you're supposed to not put too much weight so that the people that go and lift those don't like break their arms out of
Yeah.
their sockets when they lift them.
Yes, indeed.
Because most things that we carry are clothes, and they're not like really heavy art books that weigh 1,000 pounds. And I had to pick like 35 of them.
Oh.
Kept going back and forth to the line with my cart.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And we are joined, as always, by our great crew today. I'm going to go ahead and give you quickly your socials and projects you're working on before we jump back into it. Also, we will be giving away today one of these unpainted scarn made from Mike Disney. Mike Disney designed these super cool scarns. We gave away a painted one, but I only have one painted one left, and he's mine, oh mine. But you guys can have a chance to win this very cool mini from Mike Disney today.
And then you get to put your own special touch.
Is your mic on, John?
He did not turn it on, folks.
All right, so if you
He
didn't
leaves
hear
it
that,
on while he waters
was
plants.
One of the most eloquent explanations he's ever given, so I missed it.
it was as though the gods came down and spoke through me, but it's lost now for all eternity. So, all right, go ahead, give us your socials and what you're working on, and we'll start off with you.
Hello.
Not in Cade's voice.
I am his wife, John's wife. Well, when I'm not here, I'm a mom and a fitness instructor. So if you would like to get fit and do some cycling, you can join me at Hype Cycle or Mix Fit. Hey!
How fun.
Hey.
Chandler, you can find me on Chandler_Son of Peter on Instagram or Mr. Grantler on Twitch, where I do painting streams. I've actually brought a miniature I've painted, and you can see fun stuff like that. It's
Very
all
cool.
on there.
Show that off to the camera, John.
The camera,
This is
yes.
So cool.
Yeah,
It
so
is
you can
really
get
cool.
more content like that on Mr. Grantler. It's my handle on here. Follow that.
We need to have our painting show
I know,
and
we
have
do.
him.
Whoops, goes.
So, other than that, there's Crescent Hill DAG, which it's a LARPing community here in Middle Tennessee that I am a part of. Would recommend following them at Crescent Hill DAG on Instagram. Thank you. That is me done plugging.
And yeah, I wanted to show that, like, super cool. Look at the spiral he painted on that cane.
You have to make it ostentatious. He's a vampire lord.
Nice.
It's not gonna have just a normal cane.
Can't just be green.
He's
Awful.
got his
Candy
pimp-
cane.
He's got his vampire pimp cane. All right.
Thank
go
you so much.
I'm Thomas. You all know this. Some of you recently in Discord saw me making a venture, a step forward on my personal Instagram. The very long title, Tabletop Adventures Murfreesboro, will be shrinking soon to Tabletop Academies. And I posted a couple logo concepts I came up with. And a lot of you seem to like the Devereaux family colors, which is sort of a light pale blue with a gold around it, and that was a nice get to see you guys in there, giving me some love on that. And Heart of Adventure, we've gotten a lot of people starting to listen to Heart of Adventure, which is a podcast I edit and produce. Comes out every other Tuesday. Our newest episode 28, will be coming out this Tuesday. I was just working on it before I came here. Yeah, you can find us basically anywhere you can listen to a podcast. If you find a place you can't listen to us, let me know. I'll put it up.
Outstanding.
Heart of Adventure and the soon-to-be tabletop_academy.
Well done.
Hi everyone, I'm Evelyn. I'm here on Blue Box all the time, but you can find me on the internet at Theater Evie on Instagram and Twitter. I have Twitch channel too, but I haven't streamed on there in a long time because been a little busy. And I'm gonna. Real quick, if it's okay, I'm going to plug Wednesday's thing. So on Wednesday for Lore Masters Arcanum this week, I'm going to be world building, and you guys can come join me and help me build my world. So yeah, we'll be breaking out a lot of my notes, and we'll be going through and doing a little bit of world building chat on Wednesday this week. And normally on Mondays, I am on Machik-EG's channel for his Extinction Curse Pathfinder 2E campaign. However, this week we are off because he is on vacation. Yes. We will not be doing that this week.
Wasn't he just on vacation?
Well, that was with his family. He's now visiting his
You need a
mom.
vacation for the
gotcha.
vacation.
I've needed those before. Yes.
So yeah.
Excellent. All right, very good. All right, so you make your way through the city of Magnamar. You pick up some items on the way. Why don't you tell us what you picked up?
Alcott is going to purchase an ivory statue that is as close of an approximation to himself as he can get. Just sort of a wizardly-looking fellow carved of ivory. It is worth 1,500 gold pieces because spell components are expensive. But he's going to buy that. And how much would a sturdy leather glove, single leather glove, like a catcher's, not a catcher's glove, like a falconer's glove, cost Alcott to get?
Yeah. I mean, hang on here. There should be a price for that. We got a fairly standard economy here. But it's interesting you're spending all this money when you owe all this money.
Yeah, well, I gotta cast this dang spell I got, alright?
That's how these nobles
I'm gonna call it
spend money, make money, right?
I'm gonna call it 10 gold.
Hey guys.
For gloves?
No, it's a single falconer's glove, so
Can
it's
I
gonna
get
be of a thick
much
cured
cheaper?
leather. It's
Can I just get
just a leather.
a soft single glove?
Do you need
You can-
For the first time in his life, is buying the cheap option of what he can find. Can I find the cheapest?
Yeah, no, you
leather
can get
glove?
it. No one's going to sell you a single glove, but you can buy a pair of leather gloves for a couple pieces of gold. Yes.
Can I find one that's worth a gold and a half?
Do you need more gold on that? I can give you one gold.
Can I have two?
Yes.
This is a guy who just spent $1,500 on a figurine.
It's all I had left.
Thank you, Pat. Inspiration for Alcott. Very nice.
Thank
Very
you.
nice.
He's down on his luck. He needs it.
Some more gold.
All right.
By a mannequin hand on the stick. All right, so you've procured those things.
Great.
Anything else on the way being purchased?
I don't think I need anything.
Oh, is there anything interesting? What's all in this shop?
We're not taking the time to role play.
If you need it.
Yeah.
This is mostly just needs.
Yeah. I like how you think, but no. Just for sake of so we moved it along. So
Need
you
anything?
No, I hit my head.
I need rum!
Well, we'll get to that.
All right.
Oh, do I have good flasks?
You can buy a
think
couple
I'm
new
due.
flasks.
Yeah, you can get a couple good flasks.
I know you were down one as of.
That's right. Hey!
You could buy like a sturdy metal flask instead of the sheep's bladder that you have.
It won't hold as much, but.
But it might hold up to being
Thrown at
attacked
walls?
and thrown at things more.
I know. I heard that. I would cringe a little.
Look at that.
It's a sheep's bladder.
All right. I'll buy, for the safety of my rum,
How many are made?
I'm going to buy a metal one and a nice leather one.
Okay.
Because I need, yes, that's
All
what
right.
I'm going to do.
650 gold.
Oh my gosh! For a flask?
No,
Oh.
I'm joking.
No, and
My sarcasm must be a bit off today.
You just said it very straight, like matter of factly.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, I bumped my mic.
Well,
So-
stupid glove was 10.
So you can get that. It's a gold piece for the nice one. It's 5 silver for a standard flask.
How much?
It's a gold and a half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sold!
10 of everything to the next thing above it.
Yes. So 1 gold, 5 silver, or a gold and a half.
All
How
right.
do you do a gold and a half?
Do you have any silver pieces?
Yes.
Add 5 silver pieces, take away 2 gold.
All right. Before we Markov
Alcott comes up to
leads you
tell us.
unerringly toward the Temple of Imade. He clearly knows it quite well, and as he does so, let me make sure I have one more thing prepared here. You pass a few shops. You banter with a few of the townsfolk. You are not recognized, somewhat to your disappointment. You have gained some renown here, but not enough that you're celebrity in that
I'm
sense.
pretty relieved.
Still a Lord Mayor to deal with at some point.
No, that'll happen. Yeah, that's kind of a thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, the mayor.
And now we're going to make a quick switch here. And before we do the role play, I want to show everyone something. So I put this in my Discord this week as well. So this tool, Tailspire, you've heard us talk about it a lot, and we use an amalgam here of theater of mind, imagery, minis, terrain, and VTT. We use all the things.
Somebody said the sound is really loud. Again.
What sound
That
is
was a
loud?
while ago.
Music, no, Pat's just said it. Music is still kind of overpowering.
I don't understand how that's possible. Let me look at my mixer here real quick.
It was louder
I got
like
an
a couple
inspiration.
seconds ago that it might be.
I need to put
The
that down, that I
delay.
got that.
Oh.
Because sometimes it takes them longer to see it than it does us.
Oh, I see.
The crescendos get really loud. Steve.
Thank you, Cam.
Hang on
Oh,
here.
goodness.
All right, I'm gonna pull down the gain on this.
Oh, dear. You
All right,
too.
how does that sound now? Is that better?
I'm going to time you out.
Shift started.
Behave yourselves.
Because yeah, we do not have the sound up loud in here.
Chris said it's
so
good.
Okay.
the music has been pretty equal to y'all's voices. Okay, well.
Just Pat
all
Ross
right.
said the crescendos get really loud.
It's a
Okay.
good joke, though.
All right. Well, we'll go with what we got because I don't want to keep slowing us
I
down.
can
All right.
keep buying you stuff. It's fine.
So, this tool, Tailspire, they were with us for our big charity stream. Thank you again to all of you. We raised on Blue Box $3,800 across 2 streams with Robert and I, and then that night, Jay raised over $4,000. So in total, over $8,000 was raised that day for St. Jude's.
Huzzah.
St. Jude, and this is one of the custom minis. This is the actual Blue Box wizard now that lives in Tailspire. So they did this as part of the charity stream. All of the players got minis, and they also made a mini for
Irda made this mini.
DM. Well, actually, yeah,
Well,
Irda
they
did
painted
this
it.
in Eldritch Foundry.
Irda made it.
And then-
Evelyn made it.
Blue Box?
I guess Irda popped
then-
out of the store. She's
Hello.
here.
And then the folks at Tailspire did the painting and
Yeah.
imported the mini, and it's now an official release.
It's Mr. Blue.
So you have
Mr.
the
Blue Box.
you have Mr. Blue Box in the Tailspire tool, but he is not in the Temple of Imade, so he goes away
look
there.
for the first page of the calendar that we've been talking about. The Men of Blue Box calendar.
Just get up in some cosplay.
Merch.
All right.
And merch and stuff. Yeah,
Merch.
good.
All right. So as you step in to the Temple of Imade, there is just this immediate sense of peace, very familiar to you. Even those of you who are not of the faith and not of any faith, it's impossible not to step into a temple like this of a goddess like Iomedae, who is so holy, so kind to people, such a bastion of force of good. The ancient stone with this very traditional architecture arches up above your heads, a torchlight, even with the light coming from the outside as the sun grows on the far side of the horizon, late afternoon now. Torchlight still illuminates the inside of the temple, sparkling off of stained glass windows. There's a faint music playing in the background coming from somewhere that you cannot see. A handful of penitents shuffle around these weathered wooden benches and you do see a woman. You recognize this woman. This is the same one you tried to get healing from Cade's hand originally. And
Would I recognize her as well?
yes, you do.
Okay.
Tira. She gave me a blessing too.
First time we came in, right?
So as you walk up, you see an aged woman. She's hunched over. She's praying at the altar of Iomade.
As I walked in, I took my hat off and ran my hand through sweated hat hair out of respect, and will quietly make my way towards Tira, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mother Tira, and quietly kneel next to her, not interrupting her, just waiting for her to notice that there's somebody sitting next to her.
All right, and for our viewers, this is Markov, this is Irda, this is Alcott, and this is Cade. Here are some of the penitents worshiping, and here is Tira.
I'll follow Markov, and I'll go down and kneel also.
It's a good choice.
I'm trying to be very reverent.
Just get all of them on your side.
Barking up the wrong deity.
Right.
Gotta find more.
Shotgun method.
All right, as he does this, Alcott and Irda, what are the two of you doing?
Irda's been in here before. She
Right.
donated a coin the last time, but since Markov is actually connected to this temple, she's just going to kind of let him lead the way and just sit quietly.
Okay. And you, Alcott?
Nearby.
Alcott will lean over to Irda. I'm going to sit in the back. The item I've recently procured should allow me to cast a specific spell. It would take me a couple of minutes. I could get it done while we're here.
Okay.
Alright, just so you know. And I'll take a seat in like the second to last pew.
Okay.
Toward kind of the corner of the building to try and get out of everybody's way.
All right, as you do that, and Irda, are you staying with Alcott, or are you...
No, she's going to kind of sit she would sit on that kind of pew of midway
Okay.
and just kind of sit quietly and,
Right.
it's not her deity's temple, but she still feels like a comfortable place.
All right, so as you do this, Markov, after a few moments, Tira looks up. She wipes strands of white hair. Oh, Markov! Markov, my boy, so good to see you! She comes ambling down the stairs, kind of watches her step a bit, and she throws frail arms around you.
I'll embrace her as well. Mother Tira, it's been so long. How are you? How are you holding?
Well, we fare as well as we can. She's always kind, Our Lady, and, well, the offerings have been quite good. And, my hip, and there's a bit of gout, but that really doesn't matter. It's just good to see you.
All things sent by her to challenge us to be more faithful. I'm so glad to hear that you are doing well. So what are we seeing here?
It was
I'm
Okay.
praying, but I'm like eyeing, like looking up.
It fills my heart, Mother Tira, to see you again. It's been so long on the road, and I am flagged. I'm a flagged soul in the face of all that's out there. I wish I could be within these walls with you all, but you all know the calling that I've stepped out to do.
Well, you're still a young man, Markov. I think you'll ultimately be called to the ministry when you're done. All these little things that you're doing with your arrows and whatnot out there. I'm sure it's all quite well and good, but you have a scholar's mind, Markov, and she's going to call you. Or perhaps she already is, and you're just not responding.
Someone like me, I would say it's the latter rather than the former. I tend to be a little thick-headed sometimes, Mother. Listen, I can't stay here. The others, I point to the wizard in the back, trying to look inconspicuous while rifling through all of his goods, and the pirate that's doing their best to look like they're praying, and the ASMR. I say, I am unfortunately having to help. Well, not unfortunately. I've chosen to help them, and I unfortunately can't stay for long. I have some items that I would like to request my right for passage to the Edict of Iastucia. as proxy, here, these letters, free of postage, hopefully, if the church is willing.
Oh, of course. Who are these for?
Well, one I would like for you to send to Corvosa. There's a priest there, Father Gerald. You may be aware of him.
Oh, yes. He's quite a good man.
He was my ward, as I'm sure you may remember. At least I hope you do. And Tian, is Tian here? I know
Yes.
that she's here.
Well, yes, she is.
In the building right now, or in Magnamar?
No, in Magnamar. She's not here in this building, but she's here in town.
One moment. I go and step down the cave. Where will we be staying here?
In the back of the building. You don't know where.
Erda probably.
Well, you do remember you have a townhouse here.
Oh, we have a townhouse.
Which Foxglove town?
Oh, do you say that? I'll quickly take the letter and write that bottom script there now that I'm fully aware, and say, be sure that this gets to her and that she can reach out to me. It'd be good to hear from her. It's been long, and Mother, I don't have much. I'm of meager right now, and I pull out a good amount of coin to tithe with. Oh, and yes, I've been saving. Send this to Corvosa with Father Gerald. It clinks as I set it down on the altar next to her. It's for people that need it more than I do.
Always such a kind soul, Markov. See, I'm telling you, Iomede's calling is on your life, lad. Are you sure you can't stay for tea?
Well, maybe it can be...
Is there something wrong with your friend?
Just like all souls, there's always just a mar, but it doesn't always be less.
I get up and I grab her hand. It's nice. And I kiss her hand.
And
Like
Irda
a
from
wide
behind
tree.
says, "You met her
Shady.
before." and actually, when Markov pointed to Irda and she would have looked that way, Irda just kind of waves a little bit.
What was
in
her
the
name
background.
again? Mother Tyr?
Tira.
Tira, we've met her before.
Yes. Mother Tyr. It's good to see you again.
Oh, you...
That one and only.
Yeah. You did get your hand fixed.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
How was this done?
Somebody nice people gave it to me. In my day. It was in my day.
Abadar.
Abadar.
It was.
God, what?
If you want,
We go
if you want the
to
exact name,
temple.
Hey, we went to Abadar.
Proctor Jiren Imakar was his name.
Oh, the proctor, yes. As I said, I thought he might be able to help you. They're quite good at such things, but I'm surprised you struggled to remember the name of one who did you such service. Are you well in mind?
I am always well in mind. Just lots of names going around. I'm meeting so many people. And, yes.
Well, just be grateful, young man. You've been given a great gift.
I have. I need another gift that I'm praying for.
Oh, she seems disinterested.
This is good.
I wish you luck with whatever that is.
John's way of saying, please don't make me roleplay this again.
I don't mind at all.
Mother, I'd ask that you and the disciples pray for me, that evil may not strike me down. I need the strength, frankly. I don't know how much longer I can stand against it.
Oh, Markov. Always so dramatic. I'm sure it's not as bad as all of that.
You could
Just
say
find
that.
yourself a nice girl and everything will be fine.
I appreciate that, Mother Tira. Markov himself is trying to keep back laughter. The only time you've seen him smile while he's been around you, Cade, I don't think they noticed. He puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "Mother, it's a blessing to have you in my life and to see you and to know that you're doing well. I pray nightly for you and the order here, and I pray that these messages get to where they need. And please, again, make sure Tian knows I don't know how long I'll be here. She can ask for me at the Foxglove Townhouse? Townhouse. I guess that's where I'll be
A
staying.
terrible thing, what happened with the foxgloves.
I'm very aware.
He knows a lot.
Anyways, Mother, I don't want to take you away from your duties. So good. I must be going. I would be staying for tea otherwise, but looking back at them, some people need my help. And as you know, my weakness is those pleading in need, seeking out Iomede's guidance, whether they know it or not.
Well, of course, and you were always of a mind to help. Just be careful. I'll make sure these letters are properly delivered, and yes, I'll tell her when I see her. And just be careful and think on what I've said.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mother. Give her another pat on the shoulder and go by with a few coins, put them in the tithe, and say to Irda, if Cade's following me, I don't want to make any assumptions.
I'll follow soon. Prayers or no? Yes.
Good luck with your prayers, young man.
Good luck, Mother.
Yes.
She likes me.
No, it's not that she doesn't like you. It's not that she doesn't like you. You slobbered on her hand twice now. So.
Pirate breath.
Good luck.
Malodorous.
Malodorous indeed. Irda, my affairs are done here. I think we should make haste to do what we came to the city to do.
Pero...
Let's go. I don't see any reasons
You all look back and Alcott's eyes are closed and he's holding an ivory statue of himself and he has one of his own eyelashes in his hand and he's poking the statue as he says something out loud.
Is he doing magic in here? I need to get him out right now.
Let me describe what Alcott does in his time. He plucks a single eyelash and quickly dips it in some quicksilver, and he will say the words hoc adfectus concilium et defendius, and he will trace arcane sigils in the air of the spell for shield with the eyelash, and then he will point at where his heart is on the statue, and the eyelash will disappear into dust, and he'll pocket the statue. That takes 10 minutes, that whole process. So there's like a whole thing.
What's going on while...
I'm casting contingency.
Right.
Would you like to know the...
Go ahead.
Trigger?
Yes.
So the next time Alcott would be attacked by something that either affects his AC or is magic missile, shield will pop up.
Automatically.
Okay.
Automatically.
Okay. Very good.
In the next 11 days.
Right. Very nice.
And
So
Irda, before she hears Markov, and she agrees, and then she'll look back to Mother Tira, and she'll just kind of give up. And as a recognition and thanks again for the things that she had helped them with in the past, as she goes out.
She calls out to you.
Be careful, lovely one.
Thank you.
Do watch out for that boy.
I will.
Have you got a husband?
Not yet, and she hurries out the rest of the way.
Markov, as you're walking away, she hisses at you.
Don't let that one get away, Markov.
I turn around. No, I don't think I will. And I continue to walk.
So far, 2 mothers in this campaign have tried to hook 2 different PCs up with this character.
The
Alcott's mom.
You got a holy, righteous, beautiful Azamar. Yeah, that's like what mothers would do.
I'm standing there waiting for you to finish.
And once I finish it up, and I sort of sit there holding
waiting for your eyes to open. Do you have any restraint? This is a place of worship.
It would take a couple of minutes for you to do what you needed. It's a simple spell.
It's not the fact that you did it; it's where you did it. This is not some academy.
I thought to step
for your
outside,
two
but then
big
there are
magics.
dangerous people in this city. I thought it to be safer to do it in here, in a place of your own worship, than on the street.
Let's go.
What I have done will help to protect me.
That's great. I don't feel like arguing here.
Our company is a trade.
I hear that and I just...
Anyway,
Mother Tira, she is a caring woman, but she has a lot of very independent thoughts.
Oh, she has thoughts about you, that's for sure.
Errant thoughts.
Hey, Minister Markov.
Perhaps one day.
Why did we come here?
I had things to give her. And I believe I have an acquaintance that may be able to help us.
You do?
Yes. Listen, I think it's best we head to the Yes. I don't feel like that's very important right now.
Oh, I found it all interesting. That's all.
I think it's time we leave.
Yes.
With you and your
Yes, sorry.
magics.
Apologies. Next
what is
time,
it? Presti, you call it?
Presty.
see if there was a verbal expectation upon entering, like a sign or maybe someone to say no magic, then...
You look for the signs of Iomade and you will find it. Look in
Well,
yourself.
All right, that's vague.
Does Iomade helps? Is Iomade a
We're
nicer
leaving,
god?
as we say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
Say
walking
again?
down the street.
Is Iomade a nicer deity?
Iomade is known for smiting evil wherever she finds it. She is nice to those that are gracious and pious, and merciless to those that aren't.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Not at all for you, Cade. Let's pick another.
Sounds like we should. No, okay.
And we will be heading for
You
the
do like
Gollum
tall
Works,
tales,
Scott.
though.
Okay.
There are 12 tall tales, I can tell you. The trials of Iomade. Perhaps while we walk, I'll regale you.
All right, as you do this, just real quickly, this is today's giveaway. It is this gorgeously designed Skarn Mini by Mike Disney, unpainted, which allows you to apply all of your wondrous techniques and bring this incredible Mike Disney Mini to life. So you're going to type !Skarn in the chat, and we'll give that away here in just a little bit. As you're walking through the streets of Magnamar, the sun hangs lower in the sky, and the winter chill deepens just a bit. The crowds thin out, some on the streets, but you do still hear the clatter of horse hooves on cobblestone and children playing off in the distance.
Oh, children.
As you move closer and closer, you see the Ire Span casting its monstrous shadow over the west side of the city as it extends out into the bay. Markov.
Yes. I believe it's time we go to the Gollum Works.
Yes.
Don't you? If this is such an important matter, and I would say the loss of a deific relic is very important to the city.
In fact,
shield.
Jiren mentioned it was needed to rescue the city. He was not willing to give much more information on why.
These matters typically are like that. Perhaps he himself did not know everything the relic did. Could be possible that he's trying to take care of himself.
True.
Churches are just as political as they are pious sometimes, especially a church of the law.
Fair. Have you been to the Gollum Works before?
You know, I have not made my way over there. Have you?
I assume I've at least walked by it before, because I came into the city looking at the colleges, right? But I never go in.
So the specific where you're headed, you know, it's underneath the Ire Span Bridge, and
maybe
it's
not then.
yeah, it's not a no. This was
Not a popular part
he
of
was he was basically a renegade from the Stone of the Seer.
I thought he was from the Gollum Works, is what you said.
Right.
He was a traitor to the Gollum Works.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
So
that's
I
where
don't
you're headed. You're not headed to the Gollum Works. You're headed to
No,
where
we're not
you
headed to the Shadow. We're headed to the Gollum Works.
Oh, you're headed to the
We
Gollum
want to
Works
see if we can
proper.
learn stuff about him.
from
the people that
okay, gotcha. Okay, I
are at the
misunderstood.
Gollum
All right.
Works, yes.
Good. I'm glad we clarified that. Yes.
Alcott.
So I then probably have been to the Gollum Works before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just had a thought.
You seem to be having a lot of those today.
I am.
Are you all right?
I think so. But he mentioned politics.
All right.
And I had an idea. We need a lot of money in a short amount of time. Correct.
I already know where you're going. You want
Do
to
you now?
kill the Lord Mayor and take over all of his money.
Wow, you're good.
I mean, I've read a couple of books.
So we need to figure out a plan because I have piratey ways.
Okay.
Piratey ways.
But you know, first, you have an arm that is here and will not be if we don't get this shield, Kate.
Oh.
Let me entertain the thought.
Sure. All right.
I like entertaining.
You kill the mayor. You steal the money. You spend the money. Would the authorities not be looking for a large amount of money being spent, considering that the
we don't
money was
spend
just...
it, we give it back to the people. Then they hunt them down and kill them.
Now, posit this thought. How do we know?
Did you think that way?
You know, I certainly didn't expect a pirate to use the money so responsibly.
How about
I
this?
care about Alcott. And
What
his
if the
mother.
Brothers Seven are already involved with the Lord Mayor? Then we would be stealing from the people who we need to pay back.
don't
But they
Which
wouldn't know
we
that?
still don't know who they are.
I don't know if he is involved with the Brother Seven. He seems a little too self-indulgent to be involved with something.
I agree with you. I agree.
Just
And you know what? I don't like the Lord Mayor at all. That he needs to be.
Well,
He needs to go off my plank, and he needs to be keelhauled.
well, I
So-
think we can agree.
Outside of assassinations and heist,
Turn me invisible and I'll steal the money.
Yeah, well, I could, but won't, because you won't, and that won't happen. You know,
It would work.
it wouldn't,
It
but...
would.
Oh, all right. I can only turn the things upon you when casting invisible. When you grab the money, as far as I'm aware, it
Well, I'm
stays
sneaky.
visible.
I'm a piratey, sneaky pirate.
We'll figure it out later. There are more pressing matters to attend to.
Yes.
Well, they're both pressing.
Well, Groverus has been a continual problem. You
Oh.
not having your arm
And-
in a few days is a more emergent problem.
I was just going to say, I want it to be understood as we're walking through the streets that Markov is always eyeing alleyways, corners, things like that to be just a little more perceptive than the average bear.
Sure.
Just in case that, he sees anything
I'm a rich bear.
other than beggars or things like that.
Sure,
so.
gotcha.
And we're
Right.
being followed.
Anyone else doing anything? So you're looking for those sorts of things.
I'm always looking to get people on my side. So I see kids and throw some coinage at them.
This is
Hi, it's your favorite pirate.
Good with kids.
All right, so
He's something.
go ahead and
something.
what kind of coins are you throwing?
I'll throw a lot of copper with a few silver, spread them in, then they fight over it.
All right.
I mean, he's the one who decides that.
No, you start throwing out coins, and it's not just kids you're drawing. You see adults,
And then
beggars.
I do a creative dance down the street.
Okay, would you like to describe this creative dance for us?
I find a couple walls.
Yeah.
And I jump off the walls, do a couple backflips,
It's really interpretive there in the middle.
do a couple spin arounds, and then end it with a flourish.
Okay, so go ahead and make
And then throw out coins at the
a
end.
performance check,
Impressive,
please.
yes. Dance?
Roll performance.
He doesn't take a level
Oh,
in Bard. I'm just.
I know, right?
Oh no, I only get one roll. Wait.
Exactly,
Do I
Cade
have any
breakdown.
low-
You have no advantages.
No.
All right, good people.
Stop, stop.
Roll your dice.
We must start off every string with some advantage.
You have a really high charisma.
12. Ooh, that's very nice.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not your best performance, but you do manage to do exactly as you described it. You get a few half-hearted claps from bystanders as others are fighting over the coins that you've thrown out.
That's good. Lord Forth. Mom, this creepy guy hit me in the head with a copper piece. Why did he do that?
We gave him an advantage.
Elhawk did give
Thank
me
you, Lee.
Oh, huzzah!
This is like you have to be careful, like just like when you're training, like rewarding begging can
Right.
be.
I'm a pirate. That's what I do.
Okay, so in short order, you find a series of fairly unremarkable warehouses by the iron span, which are the Golem Works, and you see there are in fact at many of these warehouses there are stone golems that stand outside, silent vigil, just right beside doorways. You know right where you would find Toph.
Okay. I'm going to, before we walk in, take out the Gem of True Seeing that I have and just place it on I'm not going to activate it.
Okay.
But I'll just have it there in case I do need to activate it, I can.
Okay.
And then we don't know what we are walking into. We are near the shadow, meaning we are near the seedier part of town, and we know that they are at least related to this madman who stole a relic of the city.
Well, if I do some gambling,
Well, I don't know how much of that you'll find here. This is mostly a
I
workshop.
could have it here for gambling.
All right, but let's stay on our best behavior and keep an eye and an ear out for
Well,
everything.
he
Yes.
has proffered some help
Always.
at the gambling table.
All right. We'll see what we can find.
Okay.
I will confidently stride up.
All right. You walk up to the central warehouse, which you know is the one that Toth is typically doing his crafting in, and you see a particularly large and utterly silent stone golem standing there.
Hello, I'm looking for Toth. Is there specific?
There's no
secret
response.
All right, I'll cast detect magic.
Yeah, there's
trying to determine.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's magic.
No, I know.
everywhere.
I just do it because I want to know.
Try and enter the door. They wouldn't stop you.
I mean,
surely.
yes, right. Like just one sort of hit by that, and I think I'm just gone.
Well, they wouldn't hit you, would they?
They might stop me. Sure. I'll just try and walk in.
All right.
Confidently.
As you take a step forward, when you take that step forward,
but he's kind of little. What if somebody else?
Yeah, but certainly they won't just.
They won't punch him.
There's like guards in the city. That's a good point you made.
As you take a step forward, the golem just takes one step sideways and stands in front of the door.
All right, this isn't working. What do I need to do to get in? I know that you can hear me. I'm looking for Toth, your maker. Who can I speak to get inside? Toth! I just start shouting. Toth!
Huzzah! Good sir.
Yeah, that's funny. I was gonna say I want to make a monster lore roll to see what he is actually proclaiming to be true. The fact that that Toth should be able to hear him is factual at all.
Go ahead and. Well, no, I think he was saying the golem could hear him, right?
The golem could hear me, but I'm trying to shout past the golem into the
So he
no
wasn't.
No check needed.
Yeah. The golem just stands there absolutely placid. Looks neither aggravated nor responsive. Clearly, it knows you're there.
Don't mind if I do.
Hand it somewhere.
After a few moments of you yelling, the door behind opens up. Click. What's going on out here?
Sorry, it wasn't. Toth. Hi, Alcott, Devereaux. Did you say that I've met him before?
No. But you knew who he was. You knew who the golem was.
I'm a fan of your work. I went to the Stone of the Seer, graduated. I'm currently on some affairs, and I'm looking into a ex-student or someone who worked here. There are some secret things that I would like to speak with you about. I know it's a lot. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm very busy.
I can't help but just speak things.
You see that he's a very handsome man. He's got blonde hair pulled back. He's got a little diadem that he wears. You know him to be a powerful mage as well. He's got a short crop beard of blonde.
We know about the rogue student, and we know that it's probably causing problems for you. Oh, that's not Marco's voice.
Not Marco.
Yeah, that's not Marco's. We know he's causing problems for you. If you let us in, we can talk about this, and perhaps we can solve the issue proactively.
Roll persuasion, please.
Sure. I got bluff or intimidation, but if it's just pure diplomacy, then we'll do that.
Well, I mean, you could try to intimidate him if you want.
Yeah,
Nothing
sure.
you said there was really a bluff.
That seemed like he was being a little intimidating.
I was trying to, because I'm saying that I know that his foundry is got a rogue agent that is working against the city.
Well, okay, so you know this has been in place for years, and whether or not Toth would even deem it still, a problem for him, you wouldn't really know. So he didn't really react in a way that I would call. I didn't sense any intimidation personally from what you said, so I'm role playing him that way.
Perfectly.
And it's not
even all that scary.
It's not that you're not an intimidating guy, but
the words themselves didn't lend to that. That's perfectly fine. Let me find it here. All right. Well,
that's a good modifier.
Let's roll. I'll just roll up here. Oh, that's still good. 21.
I didn't want you to succeed at that. I really didn't.
Look, I don't know why you've come. I am in no need of assistance. I know of whom you speak. He has been gone from my school for many years, and I frankly find him to be a bit of an embarrassment, but nothing more.
I understand that.
Is there anything else?
Who is this student?
He kind of look. The name is well known.
Go ahead.
So you've heard the name Zayden. He had been a student in the Golem Works for several years. It was quite promising. And it's been about 5 years ago now that he disappeared deeper into the shadow, and that there have been rogue golems spotted, strange things happening in the night.
And are you aware that he has stolen a relic from the Temple of Abadar?
I have heard a rumor. I don't think that's confirmed.
I'm going to use...
It doesn't seem his style.
We have been quested with retrieving it from the proctor of the church itself.
I'm going to use Discern Lies, which is just a thing that Inquisitors can do.
Yeah, what's your bonus?
Let's see here.
Does it like...
I can just do it 10 times a day. As for the spell, number of rounds... Here, I got to take a look at this.
I think you actually have to like... It's a spell.
Yeah, it's a spell that I can use as a class ability.
What's this guy's name again?
Toth Breacher.
Will negates. Will saving throw.
Okay, and what's the DC?
You know, I am trying to figure that one
What
out.
level
too.
is
Wait,
that
go back to
spell?
the ability.
Yeah, for sure. Oh. This is
And just go ahead and read it out loud for the fans.
Yeah, for sure. So it's Discern Lies.
This is something he can do 10 times per day with his class.
Back to it really quick.
As an Inquisitor, I have that ability because I'm particularly good at rooting things out, and I'm trying to determine if he is lying about him saying, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just a rumor," and trying to figure out the rules.
It's a
Level 4 cleric, level 3 paladin spell.
it's a level 4 Inquisitor spell.
Okay.
So
It
that
would
would be
be-
plus. What's your casting ability? Is that Wisdom?
I would imagine it's Wisdom. So plus 4 is my
So that'd be
modifier.
DC 18.
Okay,
10
great.
plus
Yep.
the spell's level plus your Wisdom.
Great,
Yes.
wonderful.
So DC 18 will saving throw.
DC 18 will saving throw. Just thought I'd pull this up real quick. Some more great art from Pat Draws.
You got your first fan out.
Just a lot of money.
Please accept this paltry time.
I love the like cowboy style half eyes.
No, that's really well done, as always.
That's hilarious.
Thank you, Pat. So fun, so fun. Remember, exclamation point Scarn in the chat and get you entered for the giveaway. All right, it was an 18,
Yep.
and I will use advantage
That
because
is
I
true,
have
they did
4 of
keep
those
it.
against
Is
you.
against it.
Okay. He seems like he's being complete, truthful, veracity, unquestionable.
Well, whether you believe it to be true or not, Abadar seems to believe it's true, considering they don't have the relic. Let me ask you this. What were the circumstances of his leaving?
All right, if I answer these questions, then you'll leave.
You'll never see me again.
I do have a few small questions about the weaknesses of the golems you create, because if you say he's creating some, we are to retrieve this. I would like to know how to take them down more easily, of course.
Right, so the things which many of my clients pay me untold sums of fortune for to defend their homes and their valuables, you wish for me to disclose of my own volition, having just met you, how best to attack those entities. No.
Well, you did allow a rogue agent from your school to go out and cause untold trouble to this city with said teachings. Would you not want to right this wrong?
If this is your attempt at persuading me, I would say you are failing quite miserably.
Certainly this must be a mark on your school.
I make no claim otherwise. It has
Then
been
allow
so.
us to clean it for you.
I will.
Huzzah, pirates! Don't even let their own pirates leave a ship without making them walk the plank.
Oh, a completely apt analog.
No, I do not think so, sir.
Do you know what he said? He agreed with you.
He was saying
no,
yes.
You said no, sir. I disagree.
I was expecting him to disagree.
No. he, in sarcasm, said you were making a good comparison.
That's great.
And
You didn't know what he said, so you just disagreed.
it was beautiful. That was a great Cade moment.
Clap it.
Sorry.
Listen, I understand that this is not your fault, and I do not mean to villainize you. Could you please answer the question, why did Zayden leave? I am more focused on the rogue agent than I am of your reputation. Your reputation is well-founded within the city.
All right, Pat draws. Analog is the root of analogy, so when you can use that phrase to say one thing is like another, it's an analog to it.
It's an analog for analogy.
Right, so it's kind of the root from it. He says, again, I will not tell you things which will betray the very livelihood I create and the protection I give to my customers. Additionally, Zayden's works are different than mine, and I really care nothing for them. All I can tell you is he was a precocious student and one that was always envious of me. I found him many times trying to break into my private stores of information. He caught and I was ultimately forced to discipline him. It was one night, 5 years ago now, he disappeared. He took a few things of trifling consequence, nothing that I was concerned about, and I thought never to see him again. And it was perhaps some 6 months later that the rumors began to abound, and he was setting up operations underground here in the Iospan. He's in the district of slums in the Shadow. Well know where he resides, but none go there. He wards it, and he has golems, and he seems to just pursue his own egotistical, eccentric ends, which have never extended to the stealing of artifacts.
You say he wards it?
I did, yes, with golems.
What sorts of golems? Stone? Or are they of other make? I'm simply asking generic knowledge.
I have never been there. My understanding is it's never the same. He has many golems. He experiments. He creates new ones, different kinds.
Thank you, Toth.
Oh, sounds excellent.
Like I said, I am a huge fan of the things you do here.
Did he ever... I know, we're trying your patience, but trust me, we'll be gone soon. Did he ever seem to let on why he was so ambitious in his craft? What was he trying to gain from it all?
You mean beside the fact that he was an arrogant prick?
Yes.
He simply could not stand to take any sort of command. He wanted all the glory for himself. He was egotistical in the highest, and not the healthy kind of ego that I knowingly and admittedly possess. His ego was poisoned and twisted.
Like one we know.
Indeed.
It's clear that you've been forthright with us and incredibly generous to those that are impeding your work. I believe we'll take a step back and we'll solve this issue. And perhaps if we come across any useful information for your lost protege, you'll see it at your doorstep. Rest assured, you won't have to talk with us anymore.
Oh, are there establishments for, shall you say, dice in the slum districts?
As well to ask if there are fleas and lice in the slum district.
Would there be any that?
Yes. There's lots.
There's lots.
We'll find one.
Okay, good day, sir.
Thank you for
as you turn to walk away, you are most likely going to die. You are walking into the fortress of a madman with his own creations that he's been forging for years.
This feels very familiar.
We've done it and lived.
If
all of you,
by some miracle of Abaddon or whatever god you choose to pray to, you actually succeed in this.
Oh, well, hopefully they pick the right gods, because I tell you, they are a little bit picky.
I will give you something.
Oh, huzzah.
If this is the case, Toth, I will ask you, my apologies, one more time for a bit more knowledge on what we will find in there. If you wish for us to succeed, assist us.
I have told you what I can. He experiments. His golems have been seen to be aberrations. I cannot give you specific knowledge of his creations.
I
don't
understand.
care to study them for myself. I have no interest in them.
Among these, apologies, Alcott.
All right.
Did he experiment with flesh, the aberrations of organic compounds?
Of course he did.
Okay, thank you. This is very helpful.
Yes.
What is it you wish to provide us with should we succeed?
I will give you one of my creations, of course.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed.
Sir, are you on Lord Mayor's side or not?
Thank you for your time.
Given that I am clearly a man that has a reasonable amount of sense in his head, which it seems there may be a paucity in yours, I care nothing for that simpering, blabbering, inane, flabby, and absolutely, positively vile man.
Aye! You speak truth, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
He closes the door.
I almost went here. I really like the things you do. I'm sorry. And then I'll just sort of pat the stone golem on the chest and walk away.
Again, it is utterly immobile, taciturn, says nothing.
Scares the crap out of me.
Where do you go?
I want to make a roll to see what I know about flesh golems, if
Okay,
anything.
sure, go ahead.
Or would you like to make the roll for this one?
Monster lore?
Monster lore.
No, I'll let you go ahead and make this roll.
All right. That is a 28.
All right. And the natural roll was what?
16.
All right. And when you do monster lore, remind me again the sort of nature of information that that can typically you gain 1 or 2 facts. What
sure.
What specifically does it say?
Yeah, let me check. To identify abilities and weaknesses of creatures, specifically.
All right, and it doesn't give a number of abilities, or
Maybe some
I'll say it's based on the amount of success that you have.
Sure, yeah, that's all
okay.
you.
You do know that typical golems of flesh, and again, I give you the caveat that aberrations have been referenced here, which
Yes.
could be, but a typical golem of flesh will have a certain amount of magic resistance to it, particularly to things like flame and lightning. You also know that they are resistant to magics which would mutate their form or change their form. Lastly, you know that they have excellent dark vision.
Wonderful, thank you. I'll share those basics and just add that I would expect that his are uniquely revolting. How I got this information? Much time in the archives. While Zayden seems particularly egotistical and problematic to the city, he's not the first to delve in matters of such offensiveness.
We had one among us.
Alcott, be ready. Your magics will not be able to prove your surest ally against these people.
Thank you for that.
Irda, you seem to be the one to go toe-to-toe with these.
It's usually what I do best.
Didn't you take one out?
Go on.
Whoops, daisies.
Throwing dice.
Throwing dice. It's getting so angry.
That's one made of flesh.
Yeah, there was a stone golem that you
Yes.
like cut in half
Yes.
with your axe.
Yes.
Well, we have some experience.
I expect there to be more, considering the experimentation reference, but that is what I can provide you all. If my assumption is true about the awful things he's doing. If he's egotistical, I would imagine a challenge to his pride would leave him off balance and off kilter. Perhaps a statement in a public place could draw him out in some way, or lead his golems away to make him less defended.
Interesting. I
If he's setting up a fortress in town, certainly he thinks he's powerful enough to challenge whatever would besmirch his reputation.
However, if he has set up a fortress, perhaps it is because he does not wish to leave.
Fair, that's a
Especially
fair...
in such a unseemly place that most don't go.
And from what I understand, no one seems that interested in going after him.
No one
anyway.
really cares.
It would take a madman to go after him, wouldn't it?
It's good that
Well,
he is one.
We got
Whatever
paid.
it is, it doesn't seem like we should be going down there or doing anything near there today.
Right.
At the very least, I would like to sleep tonight and prepare myself arcanely.
So be it.
I should make some preparations.
Golden days.
We could go get a bite
I'll
to
go
eat.
with you.
It's starting to get a little later in the day, right?
Yeah, it's like dusk now.
Why don't we go find a bite to eat?
Food, drink.
Outside of here, please. Actually, no,
Entertainment.
this would probably be the best place to do it.
All right. And I guess we walk further into the shadow.
Okay.
As we go
I'll
into
cut
the
it, I'm
shadow, Irda's going to be just kind of looking around at everything,
Oh, I'm
kind of keeping
definitely
her
gonna be on my
eyes
toes.
peeled up everything.
So this is it's a technique that I keep meaning to do and I keep forgetting to do. I think about it every time before I stream. I'm going to ask each of you to tell me one thing that you see. So again, you are beneath this ancient Thessalonian artifact known as the Ire Span, monstrous bridge which gives the shadow its name for these ramshackle huts and slums huddled together beneath the shadow of the Ire Span. It is the dregs of the Magnamar civilization, an irony in contrast between what makes the City of Monuments the City of Monuments and this glorious ancient construction, and then the squalor beneath it. All manner of debauchery, all manner of vice, and all manner of drink, drug, violence can happen here in the shadow. As the sun disappears over the horizon, casting a gray pall over the shadow, dogs bark off in the distance. Alcott, tell me something that you see.
As we're walking down, there's a sort of an open air market area that's selling fresh fruit and mostly fish. And I see a small group of kids that are playing with a hoop and a stick that they're kicking along. One of them runs the hoop into one of the carts, and an apple falls off, and he picks it up and runs off with the apple as they keep playing.
And the purveyor is unaware, and you watch the child disappear, and you kind of have to note, even though it's clearly illegal, it's quite clever what was done. Markov, tell me something you see.
Yes, I'm making certain assumptions, so correct them if I'm wrong. Outside of a horribly maintained guard post that seems to serve nobody but the people inside, there is a gibbet with a old skeleton that swings lazily in the dusk breeze that offers as just a light warning to folks in this area that the law strikes periodically and without much reason, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes, and in fact, you know from rumor, having been familiar with the city of Magnamar, this has been here for a long time, and it was the corpse of one who cooperated with authorities and informed, and so served as a constant reminder not only of the inefficacy of the law here in this area, but also of the danger of cooperating with them. Cade, tell me something you see.
Don't talk to police.
Snitches get stitches.
End up in ditches. I see
Gibbets.
people and children begging, holding out cups, so I drop some coinage into the cups. But I see a little lass. Oh, I shouldn't call her little. But
There's always a lass with you, isn't it?
Well, the three things.
Anything else you see?
The three things.
Rum, wenches, and
And
gold.
gold.
and gold.
Three things.
But she seems to be on the poorer side, but she seems to be being harassed by it.
Ooh, a noble moment.
So,
Cade's like, who's infringing on my territory? Yeah, excuse me.
so I spy. And I, sir.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's not what I said. I go, young lady, it seems that you are being bothered by this riffraff on the streets.
Mind your own business.
I think she has a place with me. She's going to help me at the tables tonight. I'm giving her a job. A good, upstanding job, sir. And would you like to come with me?
He steps in front of you,
Oh, great.
raises a meaty finger. I'm giving you to the count of 3. 1, 3.
I take out my... Oh. I punch him.
Oh Lord.
Take out my
Only
fist.
Cade
Well, wait, don't
would
you
take
think-
this ambient
I never made
description
that
and
list
turn
of
it into
feats for you, but I
combat.
think you have one like called Stone's Fist or something that you can do. You can like knock.
I take my stone's fist.
Let me look it up because you can't just say things.
I can take any feat. I might as well use it at the end of the day.
All right, so what are you doing?
I want to punch him.
All right, but what are you doing with
You
your
are
feet?
doing
Oh.
Dazing Fist.
Oh, huzzah.
Forces a
Dazing
foe
Fist.
damaged by your unarmed strike to make a Fortitude saving throw, DC 10 plus half your character level plus your Wisdom modifier. That's going to be low. In addition to dealing the damage. If they fail, they're dazed for a round, which would probably give you enough time to at least get her.
Didn't get her. Yep, we'll take her.
So,
No, that's
first
good.
you- first you
2
gotta
is
hit.
Roy out.
Oh, such a good movie. So first you got to roll the hit.
Maybe I should use cups.
Did you get an
Well,
advantage?
first of all, we have to roll
Oh, I
initiative.
got an
And you're
advantage.
probably not
First
gonna
of all,
roll
we're
again
rolling
for the
initiative.
You
rest
have
of
+2.
Oh, we're rolling an
Yeah,
advantage.
so I have a
And he has
5.
plus
That's
2.
boo. Don't use it.
No, of
you
course
can
I'm
Plus
using it.
1.
Ooh, wait.
So I
wait.
had 3,
I'm gonna use Jade.
but thank you to, I think it was Pat66 gave me that at the beginning.
No, I go with
So
my
I had
first
plus
instinct.
5.
Dang it, 4.
Plus 1?
All right.
You're tied, yeah.
No, it's 3
Oh.
plus 1.
All right.
He swings a meaty fist at you. As he swings, you easily dance out of the way.
Of course.
And now it's your attack.
Hi! You know what I do before I do that? When he says 1, I take a swig of rum and then I swing. I'm using an advantage.
As he's saying 1, you're taking a swing around.
Swing and swing.
Oh gosh.
It's a natural 20?
20.
That's
20?
good.
All
I
right.
just knocked him
Roll,
out
roll
for
again.
days.
Roll again.
No.
It's unarmed damage.
You
You're not
kill
going
a
to
man.
kill him.
Well, in
11.
she can say
Plus-
non-lethal.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's going in to
I
give
mean,
it next.
You're going. I mean, you're
I
going
mean,
for
he's
non-lethal,
kinda
right?
Hold on.
You're going for non-lethal.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, non-lethal.
I treat non-lethal
I don't want to kill him. Then they're gonna hunt
crits
me down.
almost like fumbles of non-lethal. Like you can try not to hurt somebody over much and actually
Can he
hurt
just
somebody
knock him
over
out
much.
and give him amnesia?
Well, hold on, I'll tell you.
He never knew I
You want him to forget?
What was your
Life.
what was your percentile roll?
Oh, I didn't do my percentile
Okay.
roll.
Modify memory.
You see, Cade, it's been a long time
Smells like
since you had a fight with a commoner, a barroom brawl.
Too long.
You don't even realize how
Strong.
just how much
I am.
quicker and
My
all right, that's
reflexes are
not too
quick
bad.
as a cat.
All right, so I'll just let you describe however you do this.
Well,
Good job.
thank you. I see a scoundrel, piece of riffraff in the slums, messing with a young lady who looks scared. So I go up to him and I tell him to leave her alone, that she's coming with me. And then he says, I give you to the count of 3. Sound like I'm in an old letter.
I give you to the count of 3.
3. And on he swung before 3. But I'm sliding him and I duck out of the way. I duck and then I take my fist and I just give him an uppercut instead of flying. What am I talking about?
Because pirates are just wet cowboys.
That's exactly.
Hey, Cade swung second.
You catch him.
His jaw just jabbles in the wind.
Jabbles. It jabbles.
Fiddle goes that way and that way.
You catch him so hard, you hear the teeth snap shut. He bites off the tip of his tongue, and he staggers back. Thunk, hits the ground, bounces out cold.
I get on my knee and I grab her hand.
She's trembling.
That's
Please leave me alone.
No.
Are you sure that's what you said? Are you sure?
I don't know why I just said that.
Your reaction to say no to people who say anything to you is off the charts today. No.
All right, we're gonna pause that. Obviously, this would have preoccupied anything else you were seeing, so I'm gonna ask you what you saw before Kay did this.
Well,
No.
Irda, she came into the area within the shadow. You know, she's noticing the massive amounts of disrepair to these buildings that seem to be basically holding themselves up by force of will itself and not by any architectural means. But she also starts to get the sense of being watched in a way that makes her very uncomfortable and in a way that she hasn't felt in a long time. Like she's used to the occasional like stares and things that she gets in the other taverns and places that they've been, but it's that more like
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
But it's that like that sense of hatred that Azamars sometimes get from people that see them. And so she lifts her hood, and below the shadow of her hood, she's actually going to cast Alter Self on herself. And she's not changing her size. She can still stand at her full size, but she is. She's got the very long, mousy brown hair that she's worn many times when she's altered herself, and she's, she still looks mostly like herself, but has hidden all of her angelic nature. So there's no jewel tone to her hair, her eyes, her skin. She just looks herself.
Okay, so she's recognizable, but a lesser, more standard version of herself.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. So it is with that as you wander beneath the Iron Span in the City of Monuments, searching for information, seeking this lost relic as payment for the restoration of Cade's limb, as Irda receives release from that constant sense of being watched by Ixen, but now she is plagued with this more standard, normal sense of being watched and concerned, as Alcott is bemused by petty theft, and as Markov admires the swinging gibbet. It is Cade who once again ends a stream one-on-one with a young lady. This time, gripping her hand and saying no.
Someone said in chat, "You're being rescued. Please do not resist."
Exactly. You're being rescued. Stop making it so hard.
I'm trying to rescue you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Thank you, everybody. Well done. Type exclamation point Skarn in the chat.
Yeah.
Exclamation point Skarn gives you a chance for this cool mini, not painted, unpainted, but designed by Mike Disney, an incredible artist. And this is one of my favorite. I'll show you what it can look like. This is my. Well, actually, no. I have two painted ones left. So I will do another one painted at one of these days. But look at this.
We'll never face two Skarn.
Look at this gorgeous guy. Hang on here. Let me pull this up real quick. Not that one. That one. This is an example of what Mike Disney did with one of these guys, and it's just a cool mini. He's a stout little Skarn, chainmail, huge hammer. Just looks ready for action, whether it be a hammer or ale. So this is the giveaway today, exclamation point Skarn, and we will roll for it as we always do. Now we're going to go to you. Each of you tell us why you should be Stream MVP. The Stream MVP in this campaign gets 2,000 experience points. Because this is a higher level party, and they will roll for you. So let's start with you, Alcott. Tell us why Alcott Devereaux should be Stream MVP.
Alcott should be Stream MVP because despite rolling really high on his D100, he got us to Magnema. He went and brought he was a bit cautious when first approaching Magnamar. Cast Alter Self on himself as to not bring prying eyes his way, at least while Ixen was still able to look on them. But then after realized that Magnamar's a really big city and nobody really cares what he looks like or who he is, he's just another dude, was able to successfully assist Irda in removing Ixen's grasp upon her by bringing her to his good friend. Yeah, we'll call him a friend. Alcott was one of those guys who's only friends with his teachers in college. I think I've said that before, but it's very true. Went on and assisted, bought some cool spellcasting supplies and then cast Contingency for the first time. Now I'm ready to go for the next person who wants to tussle with Alcott, which is great because even if I don't see it coming, it still casts. I love that. That's so cool.
Okay. All right, very good.
And,
what else?
Assisting Markov in sort of talking down Toth and getting information out of him, learning what we could about Zayden and the things that are going on underneath the Irespan, and then, that's really it.
Well done. No, you had a really good day today. It was a lot of fun. So, you, Alcott. Yeah.
You'll be rolling for?
You are rolling for... Pat 66! And there's about 20 of you or so that are in the giveaway. So if you're not in the giveaway, go ahead and type exclamation
What are you
point.
doing?
Chat.
What are you doing?
Yes.
It's free for crying out loud. How much better do you get?
All right. Let's go to Irda. Why should you be stream MVP today?
Irda should be stream MVP because, let me think, she kind of had an interesting RP moment with the guards getting their way into into the school, and then working with Alcott's teacher to help clear the taint that Ixen had placed upon her, and then begging Cade to please
behave yourself.
Behave yourself. Just continuing the engagement with Mother Tira and her very enthusiastic greeting and everything related to Markov there. That was quite fun.
That was.
And then that's about it. I think that's kind of it for me. So.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the little role play at the end there, so I thought that was well done.
Yes.
And Irda, you will be rolling for 2000 Caesar.
Awesome.
Also a sub. Caesar's
Have
been
my
following
best
us
dice
for well over a year
prepared.
now. So long time follower. Active, and I'm sure he's in.
Just has to
he was
say
on earlier.
hey.
Yeah, just let us know you're in, Caesar.
Well, I know that he's in the giveaway for the tape measure as well.
Yes, exactly. All right, tell us why you should be stream MVP, Markov.
Yeah, for sure. So I thought Markov had a lot of great little roleplay moments throughout at the Stone of the Seer, listening in, as well as taking a very active role in investigating. And going to the Temple of Iomade and being able to see a little bit more into Markov's past and seeing that he interacts with people in ways that aren't just being shady. Although whether you believe that is your own interpretation.
Well, yeah, it was interesting too. It really showed a different side of Markov than this very suspicious, caustic character that we've seen thus far.
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going to happen with Mother Tyr because I thought John could have taken it 20 different ways. Yeah. And so yeah, it was fun to role play with that.
Merely acting.
Yes, with that person who is just perfectly kind. So I thought Markov did pretty well today.
Yeah, I mean, it was because it wasn't really something developed deeply in your backstory in terms of your relationship with her or anything like that. But I felt, just sort of in the moment, it felt like it would be a neat way to give depth to Markov, to have this clearly kind, very spiritual woman have a fondness for him, a remembrance of him, to react to him that way. So I thought that was...
side of the character that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fun.
So, well done. All right, you will be rolling for... Nightbot. Chris, you got C4.
We're gonna win for you.
And Chris, it's so encouraging how engaged you've stayed, even though you've moved and you can't be part of the campaigns anymore. You're super active. We love
And
having
you got
with us.
obliterated by Ixon, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
How did
it was.
you do in the one shot that Robert?
Oh, he played an
Grax.
orc or half orc named Grax that
Yeah.
was just hilarious.
Yeah,
Grax was
just
the funniest.
a laugh every minute.
Yeah.
Just
He did great. He did.
yeah, he was a gruff, pretty aggressive at times character,
Yep.
and so they Nucky decided to take everything that he said as though it were absolutely hilarious. So
Great.
it was kind of
He was
fun.
joking. He was just joking.
All right, why should Cade be stream MVP?
Huzzah! Well, Cade should be stream MVP because I'm Cade.
That's why.
And no other one should win it because y'all don't drink rum in these parts, and I do. And I'll give you free rum if you vote for me. But other than that, I can't
Bribing
really.
for votes.
You know,
Did have
Right,
multiple
for
sips of your
votes.
rum.
Unethical platform.
I am a pirate.
He will not pay you in rum.
I listened to Irda and Alcott and didn't cause mischief in the school. I kind of wanted to, but they
You
didn't.
wanted to.
Shocking.
But it was a boring place. I did a flourishy dance in the street to try to win the favor of the children because they tell their parents that the pirate is a cool dude. Then
You could
I
use this as like viral campaign for your pubs.
Mom, I want to be a pirate when I grow up.
I gotta get people for my shit because I'm kicking Sully the heck off. Then I saw a young girl not young girl, young lady, because she's in age. Being harassed.
And she should be treated with respect.
Being harassed by some riffraff, some sea scoundrelly person. And I gave him a big ol' upper chuck and sent him sailing through the air. And, well...
You sent his
we'll-
jaw.
We'll talk about the lady next
What did his jaw do?
It went jibbery jabbery. One way and the other way, spits flying everywhere.
From your upper chuck, you said?
Upper chuck, yeah.
I like the upper.
He gave it that. They got the upper cut and then the
And
upper
threw
chuck.
him back.
Yeah, it's when the distance and they sail, it's the upper chuck.
You grabbed his chin and
Two-step
threw him
situation.
back.
All
Okay, I'm
right, Cade, you will be rolling for. Oh, Mr. Grantler!
And poll is up.
Players are eligible to win.
I would have done it.
And he is a good
You want
painter.
the
so
mini that you already
all right.
own?
So quickly, let's roll. And
giving it
Extreme
away. I
MVP
can
is
keep it.
up. Please vote. Upper right-hand corner, Alcott, Cade, Irda, or Markov. And let's start off with your roll, Irda.
I am rolling for 2000 Caesar.
Here we go, Caesar.
That's an 11.
All right, we have an 11. All right.
Pat 66.
Here we go, Pat.
That's a 4.
Ooh, that's a
Wow. Why don't you like Pat? I think he's a nice guy.
Doesn't give me enough bits.
The merchandising.
Totally just kidding,
Unbelievable.
Pat.
All right.
All right,
I
Chris,
tried my
I owe it
best,
to
I
you.
promise.
I owe it to you. Ooh, that's a 14. That's the best so far.
All right, Jade, you were rolling for
Chris.
Is that
Carson.
Chris. All right, so
Oh.
Chris has a 14.
You beat it.
Oh, okay.
Either
so,
way, I win for this next roll.
Are you a subscriber, sir?
No.
I don't know what I'm doing currently.
Is he a
so
subscriber?
I don't think you are. Are you
I'm
subbed to the
follow-
channel?
Yeah, I'm following.
So no.
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 Oh.
Okay. He gets
D20.
one
dice.
D20.
I'm out.
One die
Well, I
20.
think I'll use my bad die.
Hey,
What?
Chris, I waited to sub until after we rolled.
You got...
It's a natural 20.
No. I can't read this die. I think it's an 11.
That is a tough one to read. And it is an 11.
So Chris,
Chris Carson! Congratulations, Chris!
all for you, bud.
You are our winner. Don't leave us yet. We're going to raid Kayla in just a moment, Title Lord's wife. Super fun stream that she has. And there's still time to vote. Right now, Kate is in the lead.
Kate did one cool thing at the end of the stream.
And
now he's giving a meme.
Yeah, that's the art of like staying in their memory, you know, whatever happens
that's
last.
what I did when I first started this. I tended to do the last thing. Now this whole stream I did all the stuff at the start.
That's true.
I need to punch.
All right, so we got just still a few seconds left. Don't miss your chance to vote.
I should have punched the stone doll.
We have, let's see, we have 8, 17, we have 20 votes. But we got 50 people watching. That means there's still 30 of you that had vote. All right, while we're waiting for that, we got one final question for you. If you're watching the show today and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower that hasn't subbed, Mr. Grantler, or if you're a sub and let your sub expire, no! I have one question for you. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. We love all the support. That's really the only thing we ask for here is just be a part of our community. We have so much fun. Join our Discord if you're not already in it. There's text-based role play. There's D20 Fate rolls. There's chat channels for each campaign. And it looks like the winner of Stream MVP going once, going twice.
It's Cade.
Going 3 times.
Markov closing a little bit.
4 times.
And Cade Congratulations for the Stream MVP.
I'll add that 2,000 now.
Well done, well done, well done. And congratulations again to Chris, who is, of course, the winner of
and remember any leftover advantages you got?
Oh, I didn't add that last week. And what are they worth?
Every inspiration or advantage you got is 100 XP.
Ooh,
all right.
I had,
and I had the raid already set up, and then it went away. I must have clicked a different button, so let me get it back up here.
You got 100 XP.
Oh,
I got an advantage?
I could swear that
I used a bunch last week.
Pat Draws
we love all of you guys. Thank you so much for being supporters and friends of Blue Box. We think you are awesome, and we are glad that you hang out with us every Sunday. Don't miss our Tuesday night stream. The Greyhawk Awakening crew, they are now beneath the city of Greyhawk in the sewers of the Free City, an area where young Brim actually was forced to operate in servitude to corrupt guards. So this is a haunting flashback for him, and the party is right now engaged in combat with a pair of rust monsters. Odd that they were almost waiting for them underneath as they went beneath these sewers. So very interesting what's going on with that group. And then we have a great Lore Masters Arcanum on Wednesday night, where our own Evelyn and I will be talking world building, and we'll be talking about her world and building in her world as we continue to tease more gaming out of her. We're going to get her one-shot scheduled, and we'll be posting that very soon. She's going to do one of those a month in her game world. And then sometime in probably early 2022, you'll see that become a regular feature here with a weekly stream on Blue Box of her amazing game world, and she's a fantastic DM. So just all kinds of good stuff happening. Also some fun announcements I'll be making in the next few days. Thank you again to the Tailspire folks for their super cool content pack that they put in. The Blue Box Wizard being in there made my day. Now we're raiding Kayla. Did the raid already happen?
It hasn't gone off yet.
Not yet.
Well, my little raid dialogue box keeps vanishing.
There.
Seems like Twitch is doing a bad job at raiding.
Oh, there it is. I got it. Boom! Raiding now!
And we're gone.
Sometimes I have to refresh things.
Yep, we're there.
Okay, time to...
Thank you, everybody.
We're there.
We're there. Raid.
H2.
Dang it.
How many did we raid with? I didn't get the normal number.
46.
That's nice.
Pretty good. She's now up to 85.
Good for her.
I appreciate that you did the exact number of raids that I did.
I think 7 is like...
Oh, she also got raided by Krenzai, so she got 2 raids at the same time.
Nice.
Only 7 with them, but still it's a raid. We'll take it.